Alright, so good morning everyone. The first game here at the Moosa Stadium today is about to start in the next couple of minutes. The umpires have walked into the center. Two experienced umpires today, Danny Khan and Sameer Bandekar, they are the two umpires for the game. There is a double header today. There is an afternoon game. The weather looks good, and the two batters, the opening batters for Lone Star Athletics, Hamza Bangash and Shayan Jahangir, they would be walking out soon. At the other end, SoCal Lashings, they had a good game yesterday. They won their game by 5 wickets and they chased down 165 runs. So it was a good result for SoCal Lashings yesterday against Chicago Tigers after having lost the previous two games. So the win-loss ratio at this moment for SoCal Lashings, they've won one game, they've lost two games. At the other end, Lone Star Athletics, they've played 3 and lost 3, so they would want to make amends and get the first win today in this game. I have my fellow commentator with me, Tarun, here joining me. Good morning, Tarun.
Good morning, Nikhil. Thank you for having me. Looks like a good game today. Both teams want to go for the win, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting today. The weather looks really good. Not that hot at this stage, but obviously, like with time, the sun might beat down. We'll see what happens from SoCal Lashings' point of view. It's going to be interesting because yesterday when they won the game, for them it was Sanchit Sandhu who bowled a top class spell. He bowled 4 overs, gave away just 24 runs and picked up 4 wickets. And they're actually going to start from the Pearland end over here. And it's going to be the left arm pacer who's going to start for them. From Lone Star's point of view, it's going to be Hamza Bangash who's going to take strike. Hamza got out on the first ball yesterday. And he would want to get that first run. He would want to get off the mark today. He hit a very good shot yesterday, but straight to the fielder who took a brilliant catch in the game that went right down to the wire against Seattle Thunderbolts. It went to the super over. What a game that was, Tarun, yesterday.
Yeah, it was a really, really good game. So close. It was just adrenaline rush for everyone. And yeah, it was a really, really good game.
Janisar Khan really played a brilliant knock yesterday. And we'll see how it goes today. First ball of the match coming up over here. It is going to be Hamza Bangash on strike. And we'll see how it goes. First ball, left arm over from the PL end. This is well bowled, and what a cover drive that by Hamza. It's gone away from the fielder at covers, and it might be a couple of runs over here. The fielder did get his hand to it. So a good start. Hamza is off the mark over here, and that's exactly what he would have wanted, Tarun.
Yeah, this shot will make him feel good because of the incident from yesterday. Like, yes, I'm middling the ball today, and the runs are starting to flow.
Alright, second ball coming up over here. Left arm over comes Hachi to Hamza Bangash. That's well bowled, defended on the back foot. It's gone to covers. It's a dot ball. Good start over here by the left arm bowler, Tarun.
Yeah, it's a good start. I think the team is trying to get the angle, get early wickets, and that's the ball they want to bowl every single time.
Yeah, that's the importance of a power play, both from a batting and bowling team's perspective. It's either of the two who would want to draw first blood over here, because the start is critical, especially in a shorter format like T20 cricket. Third ball of the over coming up. In comes Hachi to Hamza. That's again well bowled, defended off the back foot to the covers fielder. So the left arm bowler has settled into a good rhythm over here, and that's exactly what his captain would want from him. SoCal Lashings, the captain is Abhimanyu Raj. He's the one who's actually handling everything. And we'll have to see how it goes for SoCal Lashings. Next ball coming up here, left arm over. This is flicked away towards mid-wicket. It's a dot ball. So 3 dot balls after the first ball. It's been a good start over here for SoCal Lashings so far, Tarun.
Yeah, that's been a really good start, and the bowler's bowling good line and length, not letting the batsman do anything off of him, and it's working.
Yeah, Hutchinson, he is an experienced campaigner. He actually picked up 9 wickets last year, and he started well over here for his team. Elmore Hutchinson coming in left arm over to Hamza Bangash. Missed his run up, so it's going to be a dead ball. It's going to be a very important game here for Lone Star Athletics. They would want to get going over here. Hutchinson coming in left arm over to Hamza Bangash. This is flicked away nicely by Hamza away from the fielder at mid-wicket. It's 1 run on there. So that means it's going to be Shayan Jahangir now who will be on strike to face his first ball. And 3 runs on the board. Final ball of the first over coming up. The field for Shayan, we see the 2 fielders outside the circle. There is a third man outside and there is a deep square leg in place outside the circle. Besides that, he has a short fine mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off. And in fact, it's a wideish mid-off as Hutchinson comes in to Shayan Jahangir. This is short outside the off stump. Shayan tried to go for it in the end. Missed it. It's a dot ball to finish the first over. 3 for no loss. Lone Star Athletics will be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, so we have the second over coming up now, and it's going to be Hamza Bangash on strike, and it's going to be the informed Sandhu who's going to bowl now. Like we mentioned earlier, yesterday Sanchit Sandhu, he picked up 4 wickets and he's going to be the key over here, Tarun.
Yeah, he's going to be the key bowler for Lashing, and the first ball of his over is coming up.
Hamza on strike, in comes Sandhu. This is bowled straight onto the stumps, defended by Hamza. It's a dot ball to start. Good start here by Sandhu. He's bowling stump to stump. Probably he's just checking with the umpire. Probably he's thinking about the ball, maybe the seam or something on those lines. And we'll have to see what the umpire thinks about it, Tarun. Importance of a good ball, especially for a new bowler, is critical.
It is very important, you know. If the ball is not in a good shape, you should obviously change it. And if you don't, it's easier for the batsman because there's less swing. Some seam problems and
yeah, I mean we'll have to see what happens because the first ball after Sandhu bowled it looks like he gave the ball straight to the umpire, and the umpires, both of them are discussing, both of them experienced umpires, Samir and Danny, and probably they are thinking about changing the ball. The third umpire Altaf is coming out with a new ball, and looks like there will be a change in ball, so that's good to see. Alright, so, well, the ball has changed after the first ball here, Tarun, and Sandhu again, he's coming in to bowl his second ball, his first over of the day. He's coming from the Macy Ranch end, and it's Hamza Bangash who's batting really well. So far, he's looked composed, Hamza. He's moved on to 3 of 6 balls, but he can be really destructive once he gets going. Sandhu coming into Hamza from the Macy Ranch end. This is again well bowled, defended back to the bowler by Hamza. Respecting the good balls is critical, Tarun, when it comes to T20 cricket or any format for that matter.
Yeah, it is really important, in the beginning especially, you don't want to throw your wicket away, especially when you're in form, and you really don't want the fielding to have the upper hand on you.
So 2 dot balls to start here for Sandhu, and he's coming in for the third ball from the Messi ranch end. Hamza on strike. This one was a tad shot. Hamza tried to pull it away towards deep square leg, but in the end could not connect it. So 3 dot balls to start over here. The 2 fielders outside the circle. We are seeing that there is a third man out, and there is a deep mid wicket in place for Sandhu. And inside the circle on the offside, he's got a packed offside field. He's got 2 fielders in the cover region. He's got a point. He's got mid-off, mid-on and mid-wicket, and a short fine leg in place. Sandhu coming into Hamza, 4th ball of the over. This is beautifully bowled. It was shaping away from the right-handed batter. Played it towards point by Hamza. So looks like the game plan, Tarun, is that Hamza is biding his time, but once he settles in, we all know like he can go for the big shots and he can be really, really dangerous.
Yeah, he's a very, very destructive batsman. He can go from the first ball of the game if he wants to, and once he starts hitting the ball, it's his game.
Yeah, and it's good to see him biding his time, because the longer he stays, it's going to be really good for Lone Star. In comes Sandhu now to Hamza. This time Hamza, that was full, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Hamza played it over the head of mid-off, a glorious shot. It's gone towards the long off boundary. That's the first 4 of the day, and when it was in his slot, Hamza really went for it. A glorious shot, that one, Tarun.
Yeah, that was a shot which came out in the right time for Lone Star. Pressure was building and Hamza just released it. That was a beautiful shot over long off.
Good to see that by Hamza. He's got his first boundary. That was a tad fuller. And 7 for no loss now. Final ball of the second over coming up here from Sandhu from the Messi ranch end. Sandhu to Hamza. This is again well bowled. That was full. That swung a bit. Hamza played it back towards mid-off. Dot ball to finish the second over here. 7 for no loss, Lone Star Athletics. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Well, this is the 2022 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco, and I mean it's such an exciting prospect here for USA Cricket. Minor League has been a success in its first year last year, and this is the second season here. As Hutchinson comes in, left arm over from the PL end, Cheyenne on strike. This time Cheyenne has played it off the back foot. It's gone towards point. It's a dot ball, but that was a good shot over there, Tarun, off the back foot.
It was a really good shot. Just trying to middle the ball, I think, right now. So, Nikhil, what do you think about left-hand, right-hand combination for bowling?
Well, I mean, that is very important, Tarun, because, 2 different angles. It's not easy for any batter, especially up front when you're opening the batting. And that sort of is an advantage for the bowling team. As we see the second ball here from Hutchinson. This time Cheyenne steps down. He's tapped it away towards mid-wicket, going for the quick single. That could have been close. Direct hit, and it could have been close over there, going by the fielder's reaction. But yeah, coming back to the left-hand, right-hand combination, yes, I agree with you, Tarun. I mean, as we say with the batting, left-right combination always helps. In a similar manner, the bowlers, if they are left-hand, right-hand opening combination, that's an advantage for the bowling team, because with 2 different angles, it's not easy, especially up front for a top-order batter, because especially if the ball is swinging. With the left-arm over angle, as you see over here, he's getting the ball to shape into the right-hander ideally, if possible, and the other bowler is getting it away with his right-arm over action. Hutchinson coming in now. It's Hamza on strike. This is full, and Hamza has played it beautifully over the head of the covers fielder. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. 2 bounces into the fence. A glorious shot by Hamza. It was in his zone again, but Hamza this time ensuring he's clearing the inner circle, and his second 4 of the day. A glorious shot over there by Hamza.
Yeah, that was a shot. No, it wasn't his arc, and he just went for it. He's not a batsman who will just, in the beginning just defend the ball. If he gets the ball, he'll go for it.
Yeah, that was nicely done. I mean, he's got his second boundary, and like we were talking, Hamza can be really dangerous if he gets going. And so far, he's got 2 boundaries, as we see Hutchinson coming in now to Hamza. This time Hamza gives himself some room and he smashed it away towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. He's pulled the ball beautifully. It was a tat shot. He was ready for it, and that's his third 4. This is brilliant batting by Hamza. He's already got 3 boundaries, and this time he's peppered the leg side. What a shot that one, Tarun.
Yeah, as we were talking, now Hamza is trying to middle the ball and he's seeing the ball clearly, so why not just hit some 4s?
That's brilliant batting here by Hamza. He's moved on to 15 now of just 13 balls. He's got 3 boundaries, going at a strike rate of 115. And it's 16 runs on the board for Lone Star Athletics after 2.4 overs, as we see Hutchinson coming in now for the 5th ball of this over. He's given away 12 runs so far in 1.4. Hutchinson to Hamza here from the PLN end. This time Hamza tried to go over long gone, but beautifully bowled by Hutchinson. Good comeback over there. This time he angled the ball away from the right-handed batter outside the off stump. And lucky for Hamza not to get an outside edge. That is exactly what he's indicating to the non-striker that was probably shaping away. Good ball that one, Tarun.
Yeah, I think Hamza was expecting a ball to come in again, and that's why he went for that shot, but that was really, really good thinking by Hutchinson.
Yeah, good comeback by Hutchinson, and the final ball of Hutchinson's second over coming up over here. It is 16 for no loss, 2.5 overs. Hutchinson coming left arm over. He's got mid-on back to long on now, outside the circle. This is well bowled, played off the back foot towards short third, a dot ball to finish the third over. After 3 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 16 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah! Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, we are looking at the cameras, the owner of the Moosa Stadium, Saki Muhammad there. And what a great job he's done for cricket in US. This is the second ICC approved stadium in US and the 213th overall. Fantastic facilities here at the Moosa Stadium, and kudos to Saki Muhammad and the entire Moosa staff for the facilities and the sort of work they have done behind the scenes. As we see, there's a change in bowling. Fernando coming in now from the Messi Ranch end. It's Shayan Jahangir on strike. Fernando right arm over. Shayan plays this off the back foot. This is nicely played. It's gone towards sweeper cover for a single, which means Hamza is going to be back on strike. And for Hamza, let's see where we have the 2 fielders outside the circle. It's going to be a deep mid-wicket, and it's going to be a sweeper cover out. So those are the 2 fielders outside the circle for Hamza, and it's going to be interesting how Hamza approaches this over, because it's a new bowler who's coming to bowl now. And second ball of the 4th over coming up, Hamza on strike. Fernando from the Messi Ranch end. This is bowled well back. It was straight onto the stumps. Hamza respecting the good ball here again and playing it back to the bowler. A dot ball over here from Fernando. So we'll have to see what sort of an approach or what sort of a target Lone Star have in mind for the power play. Gayan Fernando, he's the one who has come into the attack over here for SoCal Lashings. Third ball of the over coming up. It's Hamza on strike. In comes Fernando. This time he's bowled him. Hamza tried to play the pull shot. In the end, he missed the ball, and the ball has crashed into the middle stump. And the first wicket goes down here against the run of play for Lone Star Athletics. And Fernando, what a ball that one. Keeping his cool, and a good change by the captain. He stopped Sanchit Sandhu from bowling the second over. He got Fernando into the attack, and tactically that has worked for SoCal Lashings, as Hamza Bangash has to depart here. He was looking really dangerous and he was looking really good. He goes for 15 of 16 balls and the first wicket goes down for Lone Star. They are 17 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. This time Hamza, that was full and that's exactly what we were talking about. Hamza played it over the head of mid-off. Hutchinson coming in now. It's Hamza on strike. This is full and Hamza has played it beautifully over the head of the covers fielder. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. 2 bounces into the fence. A glorious shot by Hamza. It was in his Hutchinson coming in now to Hamza. This time Hamza gives himself some room and he smashed it away towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. He's pulled the ball beautifully. Hamza on strike. In comes Fernando. This time he's bowled him. Hamza tried to play the pull shot. In the end, he missed the ball and the ball has crashed.
Hamza Bangash.
Yeah, it almost felt like Hamza was expecting that length because going by the way he was ready for the pull shot, it's just that the ball did not connect, or maybe he did not connect the ball the way he would have wanted and he missed the ball and it crashed onto the middle stump. Well, that's a good ball there by Fernando. First wicket for SoCal Lashings and the new batter Nitish Kumar on strike now. In comes Fernando from the Messi Ranch end. This is again played off the back foot beautifully by Nitish Kumar. The back of length ball again, and there is a fielder out there at sweeper covered. That's the game plan. Well, looks like there's going to be an overthrow. That's not good from SoCal Lashings. So an extra run over there. That was not good backing up by the fielder. And the fielder from deep mid-wicket had to come in and stop the ball, but nevertheless it's an extra run. Every run is vital in T20 cricket, Tarun.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy from the fielders, but as you said, it is.
Fernando coming in now to Cheyenne. I beg your pardon, Nitish. That's played off the back foot, defended back to the bowler. Alright, so Fernando is, he's bowled a good over so far over here. He's picked up a wicket and he's got the big wicket of Hamza Bangash, who actually has departed for 15 of 17 balls. I had mentioned 16 balls, but it was 17 balls. In comes Fernando to Nitish Kumar. This is flicked away nicely towards mid-on, going for the quick single. And Cheyenne was looking at the ball. The fielder threw the ball towards the striker's end. And good collection by the wicketkeeper. In the end, Cheyenne makes it easily. So that's the end of the 4th over here. And we'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At SoCal, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Well, so 4 overs, 20 for 1 here, Lone Star Athletics, and 2 experienced campaigners, Nitish Kumar and Cheyenne Jahangir, both in form as well. They had a good partnership yesterday, and Nitish Kumar scored 33 yesterday, Cheyenne Jahangir scored 46 against Seattle Thunderbolts, and pretty much ensured that they were in the run chase in that brilliant game yesterday, which went right down to the wire and into the super over. Unfortunately, from Lone Star's perspective, they lost the game, but really kudos to Seattle Thunderbolts, the way they played that game and won that game. As we see a change in bowling here, the captain has come into the attack. This is short and it's flicked away nicely towards deep mid-wicket for a single by Nitish Kumar. And the captain Abhimanyu has come into the attack over here. So spin coming in the power play. And the second ball of the over coming up. Cheyenne Jahangir on strike, and Cheyenne, like we were discussing yesterday, he's got his unique footwork against the spinners. We can see he's exposing the leg stump to the spinner here as Abhimanyu comes in for the second ball. Outside the off stump, Cheyenne has cut it away beautifully. This has gone towards the sweeper cover boundary, away from the fielder at point. He's picked up the gap. That's a glorious shot. Cheyenne gets his first boundary, and that was nice to see, Tarun.
Yeah, that was the ball Cheyenne wanted. I mean, you can see it from his footwork that He's standing outside off stump almost, so that's the ball they want. Short ball on the offside so they can just cut it for 4.
Yeah, it's a tactical ploy from Cheyenne, and he's been successful with this footwork more often than not. He exposes the leg stump and he's ready for those short balls. Again, you see he's walking out as Abhimanyu comes in. This is short. Abhimanyu bowled that one well. He saw Cheyenne shuffling in his crease, but Abhimanyu followed him, kept it a tad short. That was a dot ball. Good ball, that one by the captain Abhimanyu. Next ball coming up, Cheyenne on strike. This time Cheyenne, this is again well bowled. Cheyenne was trying to play the paddle sweep, but Abhimanyu keeping the ball outside the off stump. And 2 dot balls, so it's been a good comeback over here by Abhimanyu as Cheyenne is getting ready to face the next ball. 2 balls to go in this over. Abhimanyu coming in. This is short again. Cheyenne has cut it. This time it's straight to the backward point fielder. So 3 dot balls after the boundary. So it's been a good comeback here by the captain Abhimanyu. Final ball of the 5th over coming up here from the Pearland end. Cheyenne on strike. In comes Abhimanyu. This is short again, and this ball came in a little bit. Dot ball to finish the over. It's been a good over here by Abhimanyu. 5 of it. So after 5 overs, Lone Star Athletics, they are 25 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Change in bowling here. It's Sandhu coming in now. This time it's beautifully picked up here by Nitish Kumar, but it's one bounce towards the fielder at deep mid wicket. So it's a couple of runs, but that was a good shot by Nitish. There was the vacant area towards cow corner. There is a fielder at deep mid wicket, but he placed it beautifully away from that fielder, and he got a couple of runs over there. So again, Fernando, after getting that wicket, he's taken off the attack, and there's a change in bowling. It's Sandhu who's come back now for his 2nd over from the Messi Ranch end. So Abhimanyu, the captain, he's making some good changes. He's not letting the batters settle in against one bowler, which is again a good tactical ploy in T20 cricket, Tarun.
Yeah, they definitely don't want the batsman to get used to their best bowler.
Sandhu coming in now. It's Nitish Kumar on strike. This is again nicely flicked away. They're going for the quick single. Misfield by the fielder at mid-on. A direct hit over there. But Cheyenne was well inside the crease. So it's 1 run again. So 3 runs of the first 2 balls. 28 for 1. Lone Star Athletics. And it's going to be Cheyenne Jahangir who's back on strike now. It's going to be Cheyenne Jahangir who's back on strike. And Cheyenne did get his first boundary in the previous over, where he played that beautiful shot away from the point fielder against the spinner. As we see, Sandhu is getting ready to bowl the 3rd ball of this over. It's from the Messi Ranch end. In comes Sandhu. Well, he missed his run up, so it's a dead ball. Well, the 2 fielders outside, there's a sweeper cover and there's a deep mid wicket in place. Sandhu coming in now. Cheyenne on strike. This is beautifully bowled. That ball shaped away from Cheyenne. Lucky for him that he got some bat onto it. Took the leading edge. It's gone towards short 3rd. But that was a beauty from Sandhu, Tarun.
Yeah, he has been magnificent today. You can see that he wants to bowl back of length balls because that is what is troubling the batsman right now, and he's doing a good job.
Yeah, that's right. And this is actually Sandhu coming in again now. This time Cheyenne steps down. He's going for the quick single towards mid-off. But it's directed at the non-striker's end. But Nitish at the striker's end, Nitish Kumar was safely in. And again, that was a good ball here by Sandhu. He's carrying on from where he left yesterday, where he picked up 4 wickets in his 4 overs. So far, he's been very good with those good lengths that he has bowled. And this is actually the final over of the power play here. Lone Star Athletics, they are 29 for 1. And there are 2 balls to go in this over. As we see Nitish Kumar getting ready to face the next ball. He's batting on 7. In comes Sandhu. Nitish steps down and he's flicked this ball beautifully. But again, there is a fielder at deep mid-wicket. So it's going to be just a single. Final ball of the power play coming up. 30 for 1. Lone Star Athletics. 5.5 overs. And Sandhu, he's given away 9 runs so far in 1.5 overs. Gyan Fernando has picked up the big wicket of Hamza Bangash. And the captain Abhimanyu, he's been the spinner who's bowled 1 over in the power play. Final ball of the power play coming up here. It is Cheyenne on strike. That's beautifully bowled. And that was a tad quicker. Lucky for Cheyenne, that did not go on to the stumps. But a very good Yorker there to finish the power play by Sandhu. After 6 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 30 for 1. And we'll be back in a few seconds.
One, two, three.
Alright, so 6 overs, 30 for 1, Tarun. What's your take? What sort of a score Lone Star Athletics would be looking for from here on?
I think Lone Star would still be looking for at least 180 runs, but the power play definitely goes to the fielding team. They have been so good in bowling.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, something in the range of 160 plus is something that I believe Lone Star would ideally want. But we'll see how it goes. Abhimanyu coming in now, and it's going to be Nitish Kumar on strike. As the power play is done, so we'll take a look at the field now after this ball. Abhimanyu to Nitish from the PL end. This is flighted outside the off stump. That's beautifully bowled. A dot ball to start the over. Looking at the field now, there is a wideish long off, long on. There is a deep mid wicket. There is a deep square leg, and there is an extra cover out. Those are the 5 fielders outside the circle for the captain Abhimanyu. Second ball of the over coming up. Nitish Kumar on strike. This is flighted outside the off stump, and it's played towards that wideish long off fielder that we were talking about. It's going to be just a single. A brilliant stop by the fielder there, and a good throw back to the bowler. It's almost going to be the same field here for Cheyenne, and the fielder's inside the circle. He's got a short third man. He's got a gully in place. There is a fielder at point, and there's a fielder at short fine. Those are the 4 fielders inside the circle. Abhimanyu now to Cheyenne. This is outside the off stump, cut away by Cheyenne. That's straight to the fielder we were talking about. That's the fielder at gully. So 3 balls up here, and it's been 1 run so far. Cheyenne Jahangir is batting on 7 with 1 boundary. Abhimanyu coming in, right arm over. This is flighted. This is taken on the full by Cheyenne, and this could have been a catch to the fielder at gully. It may have fell a bit short. A good effort over there by the fielder, and Cheyenne lost his bat in that process. But lucky for him that it did not turn out to be a catch here, Tarun.
Yeah, no timing on that. Probably because his bat just left. It was like just left his hands. It was
yeah, probably it's got to do with the gloves. As we see, he's changing his gloves right away. It's very humid, so understandable. The sweat on the gloves may have led the bat to actually go off his hand as he tried to play that shot. And another important aspect to consider over here is the length that the spinner has bowled. He's wearing his length and he's bowling beautifully, hardly giving one length to line up, hardly giving a certain length that the batters can line up for.
Yeah, for T20s that is real. For T20s, it's really important. You know, if you're just bowling one length, the batsman knows where you're going to bowl, and he's just gonna go for it every time. But if you're varying your length as a spinner, the batsman keeps thinking that what is he gonna do next?
That's right, and it's been a very good spell so far from Abhimanyu, the captain. He's bowled 1.4 overs, given away just 7 runs, and at this stage, Lone Star Athletics, they are going at a run rate of 4.8. And we are into the 7th over now, 32 for 1, 6.4 overs done. Something's got to give, I believe, now, as Nitish Kumar is on strike now. He's facing Abhimanyu. This is again beautifully bowled by Abhimanyu. He slowed that one down. This is played in the vacant mid-wicket area, but the fielder at deep mid-wicket running in and just keeping it to a single. This is smart bowling here by Abhimanyu.
Yeah, it's really, really good bowling by Abhimanyu. Even the field sets, the fielding team is on their toes from the beginning, and
Abhimanyu now to Cheyenne, final ball of the 7th. This one is flighted. Cheyenne tried to go for the big shot, but in the end it's just a single towards deep mid-wicket. So that's the end of the 7th over. Lone Star Athletics are 34 for 1 and we'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Fernando is now back into the attack. As we were talking tactically, very smart by the captain Abhimanyu. He's not giving bowlers long spells, especially the medium pace bowlers. Fernando coming in now. Cheyenne on strike. This is flicked away nicely towards the vacant mid-wicket area. But again, both the fielders coming in from the onside boundary. The long on fielder this time giving the chase, keeping it to just a single. Gayan Fernando coming back into the attack. He's got 1 wicket so far. He's into his 2nd over. Cheyenne Jahangir is batting on 10 of 16 balls with 1 boundary. At the other end, Nitish Kumar is batting on 10 of 10 balls. And we'll see how it goes. It's Nitish now on strike. Fernando comes in, right arm over. This is well bowled. It's tapped away towards short third for just a single. The field is outside the circle again for Fernando. There is a long on, there's a long off. Deep mid-wicket. There's a deep square leg and a sweeper cover out. And in the circle we see a short fine. There's a fielder at point. There's a fielder on the 30-yard circle in the cover region. And there's a fielder at short third. Gayan Fernando coming in, 3rd ball of the over from the Macy Ranch end. Nitish Kumar on strike. This is again beautifully bowled by Gayan, but he's got the inside edge. And it's the French cut which has gone to the fine leg boundary away from the fielder at short fine. A tad lucky that for Nitish, but a timely boundary here for Lone Star Athletics. Exactly what they would have wanted. And that was very good to see from Gayan. It was a good ball. Alright, so it's Fernando now coming in again to Cheyenne Jahangir. This time he's played it nicely towards extra cover for a single. In fact, they're getting 2 runs over there. Good running by both the batters. Well, and actually I beg your pardon, the previous ball was played by Cheyenne Jahangir, so he got the boundary. It was not Nitish Kumar. But nevertheless, Lone Star did get that boundary, the vital one that they wanted. So Cheyenne has moved on to 18 of 18 balls now with 1-4 and 1-6. He's going at a strike rate of 100. And same with Nitish Kumar, who's going at a strike rate of 100. He's on 11 of 11. It's Cheyenne on strike now. This time Cheyenne tried to play the pull shot, appeal for leg before. But I think it bounced a tad higher. So it's a leg by signal by the umpire, Samir. A good call over there, Tarun.
Yeah, that was very, very close, but it was a good call at the end. It was it was a big shout by the bowler, but I think it was not out.
Yeah, it was probably going slightly higher above the stumps. A good call, that one by Samir. That's exactly what he's indicating to the bowler as well. It's a tad higher, the bounce. But a good ball, that one by Fernando, and a leg by there. So final ball of the 8th over coming up. 45 for 1 Lone Star. Fernando to Nitish Kumar now from the Messi Ranch end. This is again well bowled. It's played towards long on for just a single. 8 overs done. Lone Star Athletics are 46 for 1. And we will be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
We have a change in bowling. The spinner coming in from the PL end. This is short and it's pulled away towards deep mid wicket for a single here. And now we have Shayan Jahangir on strike. Second ball of the over coming up here. Shayan this time he's picked it up beautifully, but it's going towards extra cover. A good stop over there by the fielder at extra cover. The ball fell just a bit short in front of him, but he ensured that the ball did not go for a boundary, as there was no way he was going to catch that. But a good but a good stop over there, Tarun.
Yeah, whenever you're going for the catch and it's falling short, you should.
All right, that's reverse swept beautifully. Oh, what a stop that by the fielder there at short third. He got his foot down just in time, and he certainly saved 3 runs for his team. That was brilliantly done, Tarun.
Yeah, that was really good by the fielder. And as I was saying last ball, if it's falling short, you should at least stop it, and that really helps the bowler. And
yeah, and it's Shayan on strike now to the spinner. This is played off the back foot again towards extra cover. Just a single. It is Akashveer Singh who's come into the attack. He's the second spinner here. He had a very good season last year. He's got 19 wickets so far in the minor league tournament, and he's coming in now to Nitish Kumar. This is quicker through the air. It's flicked away in the vacant mid wicket area. The long on fielder gives the chase. It's just a single, and 49 for 1. Final ball of the 9th coming up. It is going to be Shayan on strike. Shayan is batting on 18 of 21 balls with 2 boundaries. Akashveer coming in. This is short outside the off stump. It's played straight back past the bowler towards the long off fielder. Just a single. After 9 overs, it's 50 for 1 Lone Star Athletics. And we will be back in a few seconds. Oh, what a shot that one. That's gloriously played over the head of Abhimanyu, the spinner. And that's the first 6 of the match. That's beautifully done. Exactly what was needed here for Lone Star Athletics. Something that had to give. Cheyenne stepped down. The ball was flighted. And what a shot that one. It's gone all the way, Tarun.
Yeah, and as you were talking before, Cheyenne using his feet very, very nicely in all 3 of the games, and that was a big 6. Clean shot by Cheyenne.
Second ball of the over. We're just waiting for the umpire. He's actually indicating to the fielder, to the person who's outside the boundary line, to probably just move a tad away. Abhimanyu coming into Cheyenne now. This is flighted again. This time Cheyenne has played it along the ground. It's going towards the extra cover boundary. Good stop over there by the fielder at long off, keeping it to just a single. Very nicely done. The importance of fielding. Time and again we see that over here, Tarun.
Yeah, that's some good fielding and good timing by Cheyenne. Just taking 1 run after a 6, that's the best way to do it.
Smart batting as we see Nitish Kumar on strike. Third ball of the over. This is well bowled. The ball came in. It was a tad short. And it's just 1 run to long off now for Nitish Kumar. Abhimanyu is into his 3rd over now. Cheyenne on strike. In comes Abhimanyu. This is again Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. This is going towards the mid-wicket boundary. What a shot that one by Cheyenne. He picked up the gap between deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. Bisected both the fielders. Timed the ball gloriously. And again making good use of his feet. This ball was a tad short. He rocked onto the back foot and played it right in the gap. Again, this is smartly done by Cheyenne. What a shot that one, Tarun.
Yeah, that was a magnificent shot. No chance for any of the fielders to get there. It was right in the between of the deep square leg and the deep mid-wicket fielder. Good shot by Cheyenne.
Yeah, he's really changed gears now. He's moved on to 30 of just 25 balls with 3 boundaries and 1 6. As it looks like... not quite sure what's going on. Probably he's getting some water over here. Yeah, looks like there's some issue with the ball again. Not quite sure as the umpires are calling for the ball to come in. The umpires are just wanting to get another ball. Maybe the ball is having some issue again. So there might be a change in ball. We'll see what happens over here. Meanwhile, the players just taking a breather. They're getting some water, hydrating themselves. It's very hot and humid here. A glorious day for cricket. Blue skies. The sun is out. Exactly what you would want when you're playing or watching cricket. And we have a good game here lined up. Lone Star Athletics 62 for 1 after 9.4. We'll be back in a few seconds as everyone takes a break. Well, so there has been a change in the ball, as we see the third umpire Altaf and the experienced match referee Sanjay Narang. They were out there on the ground and just discussed with the on-field umpires. And we have a change in ball now. So play will resume now. 62 for 1 Lone Star Athletics. I beg your pardon, it's 62 for 1 after 9.4. And it's Cheyenne who's changed gears. He's moved on to 30 now of 25 balls. And he's going to be on strike. He's going to face Abhimanyu, who's been a tad expensive in this over. Fifth ball of his third over coming up from the Macy Ranch end. This flighted outside the off stump. Well bowled. It was slower through the air. It's played towards short third for a quick single. And that's very important when you get those boundaries. It's what you do on the next ball that defines you as a very good player. Because if you're able to rotate strike after that, keep your cool, keep your temperament, that always helps. Final ball coming up. This is flicked away by Nitish Kumar. It's gone towards deep mid wicket for a single. So that's the end of the 10th over. After 10 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 64 for 1. And we will be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
So Akash Veer Singh to continue from the Pearland end. He gave away 6 runs in his first over, and he is going to bowl to Nitish Kumar. This is outside the off stump. Nitish has played it towards long on. It's just going to be a single. The field is again long on, long off, extra cover, deep mid wicket and deep square, like the 5 fielders outside the circle. As we see the wicket keeper going to the bowler, probably just giving him some suggestions. And Cheyenne Jahangir is batting on 31 of 26. Nitish Kumar, he has moved on to 18 of 18 now. Akash Veer to Cheyenne now from the Pearland end. This time Cheyenne tries to play the reverse paddle. In the end, it's well bowled by Akash Veer. It's a dot ball. The ball went straight to point. Third ball of the 11th over coming up here. It is Cheyenne Jahangir on strike. This is well bowled. It's flicked nicely in the vacant mid-wicket area. The long-on fielder giving the chase. They're going for the second, but what a throw that one by the fielder at long-on, Tarun.
That's some good fielding. Not giving any chance to the batsman for running 2 runs and, getting used to.
Yeah, it's very important to have the right fielders in the right place, and that's exactly what we are seeing here from SoCal Lashings. Akash Veer to Nitish Kumar now. This is wide outside the off stump. It's cut away towards the backward point region, but it's straight to the fielder. And Akash Veer gets a wicket against the run of play. Nitish Kumar has to depart. He goes back for 18 of 19 balls. It was short outside the off stump. He tried to play it in the gap between backward point and short third. In the end, it went straight to the fielder. And that's the second wicket down here for Lone Star Athletics. They are 66 for 2. And we will be back in a few seconds. Alright, so we have the number 4 batter Kamran Sheikh walking in here. Tarun, it's 66 for 2 after 10.4. 10 more, almost close to 10 overs to go. And I'm sure from here on, ideally Lone Star Athletics would want to get at least 100 runs, if not more.
Yeah, definitely. They will at least target 160, 170 runs after Nitish Kumar's wicket. I mean, that was a big blow for Lone Star Athletics. He has been the man in form, the Mr. Dependable for them, and he departs.
Yeah, the good thing for them is Cheyenne is still there and he's batting beautifully. He's on 32 now of 28 balls. They have 8 wickets in hand. So as long as they keep wickets in hand, I mean, they can really go for it in the last 5 to 6 overs. They're going right now at a run rate of 6.3. So that's not bad as well. They have changed gears in the last 2 to 3 overs. And now we have Kamran Sheikh, who's walked in. He's played some good knocks, good cameos for his team in the previous games. He has the ability to hit those big shots. And we'll see what happens now. It's Akash Veer coming in to Kamran Sheikh, who's facing his first ball here. This is beautifully bowled by Akash Veer, but nicely played by Kamran Sheikh. He's off the mark with that single towards wideish long off. And the final ball of the 11th over coming up. It's 67 for 2. And it's Shayan Jahangir on strike now against Akash Veer Singh, who's into his second over. In comes Akash Veer to Shayan. This is again beautifully bowled outside the off stump. Shayan exposing his leg stump. Akash Veer keeping it outside the off. Dot ball to finish the 11th. 67 for 2. Lone Star Athletics will be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At SoCal, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so the captain to continue from the Messi Ranch and Abhimanyu. He's given away 23 runs in 3 overs. And it's Kamran Sheikh on strike. This is a well bowled inside edge which probably saved him. No appeal there from Abhimanyu because rightly so there was an inside edge, so there was no leg before. That was a possibility there. But a good ball over there. He flighted the ball. Kamran tried to play across the line. Second ball of the over coming up. Abhimanyu to Kamran. Flighted outside the off stump. This time Kamran has played it beautifully. It's gone over the head of long on. And what a shot that one by Kamran. The ball was flighted and he went for it. And what connection that, Tarun?
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, just, putting the pressure on the fielders. Now, he's one of the batsmen who, if he wants, he can change the game anytime he wants.
That's right, and that's why he's in there. And this is just the ideal situation for him to come in as Abhimanyu comes in for the next ball. Kamran on strike. This time it's short, it's pulled away towards deep mid-wicket, and a good stop over there by the fielder on the leg side. Just a single. A change in angle here from Abhimanyu. He came right arm around. It'll be interesting to see what he does against Shayan, whether he's going to continue with the same angle. Looks like he's going to continue right arm round here to Shayan Jahangir as well. And now we see there is a deep mid-wicket and there is a fielder at cow corner. Those are the two fielders outside the circle on the leg side. This is outside the off stump and it's played towards extra cover for just a single by Shayan. Well bowled by Abhimanyu, that one. He flighted the ball, kept it outside the off stump. And the fielders on the offside, he's got a backward point, he's got a short third, he's got a regular point in place and a short fine leg on the leg side. Those are the four fielders inside the circle. And it's game on here against Kamran Sheikh. Abhimanyu to Kamran, right arm around. Short outside the off stump, it's played off the back foot. Again, this is going towards the extra cover boundary, but good fielding there by the fielder at extra cover, keeping it to just a single. So it's been a good comeback over here by Abhimanyu after the 6 in this over. Final ball of the 12th over coming up here. And final ball of Abhimanyu's spell. This is well bowled. It was quicker and fuller, and it's 1 run to finish the over. After 12 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 77 for 2. That's the end of Abhimanyu. He's given away 33 runs in his 4 overs. We'll be back in a few seconds. Akash Veer Singh to continue. He's into his 3rd over. It's Shayan on strike. He's coming in from the Pearland end. This is short outside the off stump and it's played by Shayan towards extra cover for just a single. Akash Veer is into his 3rd over. He's given away just 10 runs in 2.1 overs and he's picked up a wicket. 78 for 2, Lone Star Athletics. 7.5 overs to go in the inning. They have 8 wickets in hand. and from here on they would definitely want to get 10 to 12 runs per over in the next 7.5 overs. We'll see what happens. It's Kamran Sheikh on strike. He's already got 1-6, and let's see what happens here. Akashvir coming into Kamran Sheikh. This time Kamran steps away on the offside and he tries to heave it on the leg side, but well bowled by Akashvir. He slowed the ball, did not give any pace. It's a single to deep mid wicket. So far it's been very smart bowling by Akashvir Singh. He's not giving anything in the arc to both the batters, but we'll see what happens. Akashvir to Cheyenne, third ball of the over. This time again it's beautifully bowled by Akashvir, away from the right-handed batter, slowing it down, just a single to long off. Good bowling this by Akashvir.
Yeah, it's nice, smart bowling by Akashvir. He can see where the batsman is standing and he's just bowling away from them. So they can only take one and no fours or sixes, just so that the batsman is always on the back foot.
Fourth ball of the over, Kamran on strike. In comes Akashvir. Again, it's outside the off-stump. This time Kamran has picked it up beautifully, but he's not quite timed it. It's gone straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket, and that's a wicket there. And that's exactly what we were talking about, because he was keeping the ball outside the off-stump, which means Kamran had to take the ball from outside the off-stump, and he tried to go over the mid-wicket boundary, not quite timing it the way he would have wanted, and an easy catch to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. So the third wicket goes down here for Lone Star Athletics. They are 80 for 3, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Well, we have Janisar Khan, jersey number 92, walking in. What a knock he played yesterday. Against the run of play, he almost won the game for Lone Star Athletics. The cameo that he played yesterday was amazing to see. In immense pressure when he came into bat yesterday, and then he changed the game and he got Lone Star Athletics right down and almost won it for them single-handedly. Not to forget, he bowled 4 overs for 15 runs yesterday, and then he came into bat. And Janisar Khan, I mean, all his experience on show, and it was definitely there, evident. What he did yesterday was amazing to see. 26 runs in 8 balls. He scored at a strike rate of 325. And today he's coming in a situation where Lone Star Athletics are 80 for 3 and less than 8 overs to go in the inning. And from Lone Star's point of view, they would definitely want Janisar to continue from where he left yesterday. What a knock that one, Tarun, he played yesterday.
That knock yesterday was beautiful. From the first ball of his innings to the last ball, you can see the aggression. He wanted to win it for his team, but it was just not close. It was very, very, wow, just wow.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the value of experience, no matter which format it is. You cannot buy experience in the market. And again, yesterday we saw that when there was pressure on, it was Janisar Khan who came in and he showed what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, which bowler to target, where to play the shots. It was 8 balls, and 8 balls where anyone who was watching could learn so much in those 8 balls. Not to forget, he bowled in the power play up front for his team, and he just gave 15 runs in the first 4 overs. He bowled 4 on a trot there, and certainly he would want to carry on that form here as he's getting ready to face his first ball from Akashvir Singh, who is bowling beautifully. He's picked up a couple of wickets, so he's high on confidence. He's coming in for the 5th ball of this over. This is shot outside the off stump, well bowled by Akashvir. Again, he's keeping the ball well outside the off stump, not giving anything in the arc to any batters. Final ball of the 13th coming up. It's 80 for 3, and this is top class bowling by Akashvir Singh. This time Janisar Khan comes in, and this was shot outside the off stump again. He's pulled it away towards deep mid wicket. A single to finish the 13th. It's 81 for 3. Lone Star Athletics will be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
Alright, so Fernando is into the attack now as Janisar Khan is getting ready to face him. Fernando coming in from the Macy Ranch end. Fernando has bowled 2 overs and he's picked up 1 wicket, given away 13 runs. First ball of the 14th over coming up. It's Janisar Khan on strike. Oh, that's well bowled. Appeal for leg before not out, says the umpire. Maybe it was a tad higher. Good call that by the umpire Sameer Pandekar. It's definitely, it was going above the stumps, and that's probably what the umpire is telling the bowler as well. As we see the field here for Cheyenne now, he's got a sweeper cover out. There is long on, long off. There is a fielder at deep square leg and a fielder at deep mid wicket. 5 fielders outside the circle. Second ball of the 14th over coming up. Cheyenne is batting on 36. He's on strike. Shot outside the off stump. It's played away, and a quick single on the offside. Good running between the batters here. Cheyenne tried to play the back foot punch. In the end, he just tapped it. The ball just fell on the offside, and a good run there. Quick single. Rotation of strike again, very important here, Tarun.
Yeah, I think Cheyenne is trying to give Janisar Khan as much strike as possible. As we saw yesterday, he is in form. He's in touch right now.
Yeah, both the informed batters actually there for Lone Star Athletics, and that's ideal for them, and they would want both to carry on till the 20th over. Fernando coming in now to Janisar. This time Janisar has picked it up. It's gone over the bowler's head, but not quite timed it. So it's just, it actually fell short of the fielder at long on. So a single over there, and at this stage, SoCal Lashings, they would not mind the singles. And from Lone Star's point of view, they would want to get those big shots with these final few overs remaining, and their informed batters there. We'll see what happens. Exciting phase of the inning coming up here. It's Cheyenne Jahangir on strike, batting on 37. In comes Fernando. This time Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. What a shot that one. He stepped down the track and he's played it over the head of long on. A glorious 6 by Cheyenne Jahangir. It was a treat to watch. He was ready for it, and that's exactly what Lone Star would have wanted from Cheyenne at this stage, Tarun.
That was a clean shot, just going to the ball. He knows that Fernando's going to bowl outside off stump because he's having some good bowling over there, so he just gives himself area to it, and it's a big 6.
Next ball of the over coming up. Fernando to Cheyenne. Cheyenne again shuffling around, and this time Cheyenne has played it over the head of long off. What a shot this one. It's gone over the head of long off. Another 6, back-to-back 6s, and he's really showing his skill set here. He's playing in the V. He's playing with the bowler's mind by shuffling in the crease. And again, what a shot that one. 2 back-to-back 6s. That's really awesome to see, Tarun.
Yeah, that will make Lone Star feel good. And he goes against the outside off stump. Hits over long off this time. Even better shot. Good 6s at the end.
Cheyenne has moved on to 49 now of just 36 balls with 3 4s and 3 6s. Final ball of the 14th coming up here. Cheyenne again shuffling around. This time he's played it towards the sweeper cover boundary, but the fielder is there at sweeper cover. So he gets his 50 over here. That's yet another half century for Cheyenne. He carries on with the good form. He scored 150 against Dallas. He got a 40 odd yesterday. And well, again, in this game, he has scored a 50. So 2 50s in the season, and he's been among the runs. And what a knock this has been from Cheyenne. After 14 overs, Lone Star Athletics 97 for 3. We'll be back in a few seconds. as Abhimanyu comes in for the second ball. Outside the off stump, Cheyenne has cut it away beautifully. This has gone towards the sweet and Nitish Kumar on strike. This is again beautifully bowled by Gyan, but he's got the inside. Oh, what a Cheyenne on strike. In comes Abhimanyu. This is again Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. 7. In comes Fernando. This time Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. What a shot that one. He stepped Fernando to Cheyenne. Tried to play it towards deep mid wicket. In the end, a single towards long on. 98 for 3 after 14.16 overs to go. And it's Janisar who's going to be on strike now. He's batting on 3 of 4 balls. And Cheyenne is on 51 of 38 balls. A top class spell it has been so far from the young kid Akashveer Singh. 3.1 overs, 2 wickets and given away just 14 runs. What a spell this has been, Tarun.
Yeah, it has been a really, really good spell. One of the best we have seen so far. He is not giving anything to the batsman, keeping it slow, keeping it away from him, just so that they don't hit any boundaries and stay under pressure.
And ensuring he's got the fielders in the right position, adjusting the fielder at deep square leg there, Akashveer. Second ball of the over from the PL end. This time Janisar goes straight back past the bowler but did not quite time it. And it's another wicket here for the young kid. A straight catch to long off. A good one that by the fielder. It is Hutchinson there, I believe. And Akashveer gets his third wicket and Janisar the big wicket for SoCal Lashings. So that's the fourth wicket down now. It's 98 for 4 Lone Star Athletics. Janisar has to depart for 3 of 5 balls. He tried to go for the big shot, could not quite time it. Well bowled by the young kid Akashveer. And it is 98 for 3. As we see Jay Desai is walking in. 98 for 4, I beg your pardon. As we see Jay Desai is walking in at number 6 for Lone Star Athletics. And third wicket over here for Akashveer Singh. Well bowled that by Akashveer, Tarun.
Really, really good bowling. And he has got the big wicket of Janisar Khan. He's looking dangerous, just like yesterday. But good bowling by Akashveer.
Yeah, tactically he's bowled beautifully. He's kept the ball outside the off stump. He's varied the length. He's slowed down the pace as well. And not quite given anything in the arc to any batters to line him up. 3 wickets for him. He's into his final over. 14 runs given away in 3.2 overs. It's been top class. And very good display of spin bowling by the young kid Akashveer Singh. As we see the new batter for Lone Star Athletics, Jay Desai, he's walked in. 98 for 4. Third ball of the 15th coming up. Jay on strike. This is again outside the off stump. It's tapped away towards short third. A quick single here. And good running that by Cheyenne. Well, looks like he's hurt his leg over there in the process as the throw came in. And he's on the ground. We'll have to see what's happened over there. Hopefully he's all right. From Lone Star's point of view, it's very important that he bats the 20 overs. But, well, he's on the ground right away. So we'll have to see what happened over there. Well, they got the magic spray out, Tarun. So hopefully he'll be okay.
I hope so. I mean, it's really, really hot outside right now. And he has been batting from the first ball of the game. So let's see what happens. It's a good spirit by other team just looking after Shan, asking if he's okay or not.
Yeah, that's very good to see. You know, the field, the opposition coming in and just checking on the player who's got hurt. And that's always good. You know, it's good to play the game in a good spirit. It has to be competitive, but in the end, it has to be fair and there has to be good spirit between both the teams. And that's what we have seen. I mean, even when we saw Janisar encouraging or discussing with the young kid Akashveer, there was appreciation and mutual respect. And and we see that here as well. When Cheyenne was injured, we saw a couple of players from the SoCal Lashings team walking in there, just checking on him. It's always good to see. 99 for 4 now, Lone Star Athletics, and it's 5.3 overs to go. They would definitely want something above 150, 155 at this stage. Looking at the score, Tarun, the projected score is 136, but definitely Lone Star would want something in the range of 155, 160, if not more.
Yeah, they they need to go for it now because they still have wickets in hand. They still have 6 wickets, and Shayan Jhangi looks okay now. Hopefully he plays all 20 overs and he's good for fielding in the games coming up.
Yeah, from Lone Star's point of view, and bear in mind he is also the first choice wicketkeeper here for them, so it's important that he's fine, and looks like he's fine now. He's on his feet and he's ready to bat. And from Lone Star's point of view, if he bats 20 overs, then definitely they would ideally be looking at something in the range of 170. But we'll see how it goes. The young kid Akashveer Singh, he's bowled beautifully. 3 for 15 in 3.3 overs. 99 for 4. Fourth ball of the 15th over coming up over here. It is going to be Shayan on strike now. And Akashveer coming in from the Pearland end. This time Shayan steps down and he's played it towards long off. It's just a single. Well bowled by Akashveer. The 100 is up for Lone Star Athletics. They're 100 for 4 after 14.4. There's good support over here for the home team, as there are a few spectators on the ground supporting their team here. Jai Desai on strike. In comes Akashveer. This is again beautifully bowled. It's tapped away towards short third by Jai for a single. He's giving the strike back to Shayan. Final ball of the 15th coming up. 101 for 4. And we'll have to see how it goes over here. Final ball of Akashveer's spell. 3.5 overs. 3 for 17. It's a dead ball. In comes Akashveer now. He's coming in to bowl to Shayan. Shayan just shuffling around. Again, that's well bowled. It's just a single towards extra cover. So that's the end of the 15th. 102 for 4 Lone Star Athletics. And what a spell by the young kid Akashveer Singh. 4 overs, 3 for 18. It's been top class. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, first ball of the 16th coming up. This one again, it's played off the back foot by Shayan. It's gone towards sweeper cover. It's just a single. And it's Fernando who's into his final over now. He's picked up a wicket. He's been a tad expensive. He's gone at an economy of 9.47 so far. He's given away 30 runs in 3.1. Jai Desai now on strike. He's on 2 of 2 balls. At the other end, Shayan is on 54 of 41 balls. Shayan is going at a strike rate of 131. Fernando coming in now to bowl to Jai Desai from the Pearland end. This is beautifully bowled. This is tapped away towards point for just a single by Jai. At this stage, SoCal Lashings, they would not mind the singles. As long as they don't give boundaries, they would be happy with it. It's been a good over, a good start over here from Fernando in this over. A couple of runs of the first 2 balls, and which means Shayan is back on strike. The keeper is standing up, so that's interesting, Tarun.
Yeah, I don't think they want Shayan to use his feet like he has been using. He's so good with that.
Fernando coming in now, third ball of the over. Shayan on strike. This time Shayan has played it back towards long on, just a single. But yeah, tactically a very good ploy to have the keeper standing up, which means Shayan technically cannot use his feet. Rightly stated, Tarun.
Yeah, I think Jai has come in to just give strike to Shayan, as he has been magnificent today, middling the ball after 10-15 balls.
Yeah, Jai is on 3 of 3 balls. Next ball coming up, Jai on strike. This is again beautifully bowled. It's the ball outside the off stump, back of length, not giving any room. Jay tried to play it on the offside. That's what he's indicating here. He was trying to go over point, but it's a vital dot ball here for SoCal Lashings. They've given away just 3 runs in the first 4 balls so far in this over. It's been a very good over here by Fernando, Tarun.
Yeah, a good start. Only 2 runs off 3
runs
off
of 4
balls.
Yeah. 5th ball of the over coming up. Fernando to Jay. This is again beautifully bowled, and the keeper standing up again, tactically very nicely done, which prevented that quick single over there, Tarun, because with the keeper standing up, even if the bowler cannot get to the ball in the follow through, the keeper can always get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And only giving 3 runs in 5 balls in the 16th over, the slog over, is just great by Fernando.
Alright, so it's been 3 runs of the 5 balls in the 16th over. Final ball of the 16th coming up. Jay on strike. In comes Fernando. This is again beautifully bowled. The back of length ball outside the off stump. 3 dot balls to finish the 16th. Top class over that one by Fernando. He finishes his spell. A good one that one. 4 overs, 1 for 32. After 16, Lone Star Athletics are 105 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Hutchinson coming in now, left arm over from the PL end. This is outside the off stump. It is beautifully played away from the fielder at backward point. It's going towards the backward point boundary, but a couple of runs over here for Cheyenne Jahangir. Good start to the 17th over here for Lone Star Athletics. They are 107 for 4. Cheyenne is batting on 57 of just 43 balls, going at a strike rate of almost 133. And Hutchinson, he's into his 3rd over now. He's given away 14 runs in 2.1 overs so far. The field for him, there is a sweeper cover, long on, long off, deep square leg and deep mid wicket. 5 fielders outside. Hutchinson to Cheyenne. This time it's slower. Well bowled, that slower ball. And it's just a single to long on. It's going to be a similar field probably for Jay as well. The fielders inside the circle. There is a short third. There is a backward point. There's a fielder on the 30-yard circle at covers. And there is a fielder at short fine. A good field setup over here, Tarun.
Yeah, that's a really good field. We can see that he's trying to bowl back of the length and not let any runs go for boundaries.
Hutchinson coming in, left arm over from the PL end. Jay on strike. This is again well bowled, a good slower ball. It's played towards long off. It's brilliantly stopped by the fielder at long off, preventing it from going to the boundary. That was nicely timed by Jay. But what fielding that by the fielder at long off. Top class stuff, saving 2 runs for his team over there, Tarun.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Saving 2 runs for his team, that can be really, really helpful. And Fernando, I think it was a good call bringing in a left arm in because there have been so many right-handed bowlers bowling to the batsman. Yeah,
every run saved is every run scored, as they say. And in fact, there were 2 runs which were saved over here. Brilliant to see, as Jay is just taking his time. He's getting ready to face the next ball. It is Hutchinson who's bowling the 17th over here. So looks like Hutchinson will bowl the 17th and the 19th as he's into his 3rd over here. Hutchinson coming left arm over now to Jay. 110 for 4, Lone Star. This is again a full toss, but it's the angle away from the right-handed batter. Just a single to sweeper cover. At this stage, Lashings will not mind the single. It's the boundaries that they would want to contain. From Lone Star's point of view, Cheyenne Jahangir is still there. And with he being around, definitely, ideally for Lone Star, they would want Cheyenne to play those big shots and get Lone Star towards a good score after 20 overs. Hutchinson coming left arm over. Cheyenne on strike. This time Cheyenne has picked this one up beautifully. It's gone over the head of long on, and it's 6 runs all the way. A glorious shot. He was waiting for it. He was waiting for the slower ball, and he was ready, and he timed that ball beautifully. It's gone straight back past the bowler. What a shot that one by Cheyenne, Tarun.
That was a needed 6 for Lone Star Athletics, and it comes in the right time, putting the bowler under pressure, thinking what should he do next. It was a magnificent shot at the end.
That's in fact his 4th 6 over here. He's raced on to 64 of just 45 balls, and now his strike rate is 142. That's exactly how an inning needs to be paced by a top order batter, and we are seeing that template here from Cheyenne yet again. Hutchinson coming left arm over to Cheyenne. This is well bowled. It's the angle away from the right-handed batter. It was full, and it's just a single to sweeper cover. So a good comeback here by Hutchinson after that 6. After 17, Lone Star Athletics are 118 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds. So 17 overs, 118 for 4, and it's going to be Sanchit Sandhu who's going to come into the attack now from the Macy Ranch end. I was discussing with Cheyenne and just asked him like who's his favorite cricketer. So he obviously said like he doesn't have any, he's not a fan of anyone, but he definitely admires Virat Kohli, the way he bats, and probably he's trying to emulate that template today over here to some extent. You know, he's played all the shots technically correctly, and he's trying to bat the 20 overs, and now he's going for the big shots, and he's going at a strike rate of 141 right now, and he's played risk-free cricket, exactly what his role model Virat Kohli does, and we all admire Virat obviously. But this has been a great knock here, Tarun, from Cheyenne Jahangir.
Yeah, it has been an excellent knock. 50 under pressure, staying there for his team all the way through, and that's exactly what Virat Kohli does.
Alright, so it's Sandhu who's coming into the attack to bowl the 18th over, and it is a full toss, probably over the waist, and it will be a no ball signal by the umpire. We'll have to see what happens. Alright, so it's a free hit here now for Cheyenne, exactly what he would have wanted, and a free hit, which means the field will also not change as the batters did not cross. Sandhu coming in now to Cheyenne. This one is picked straight back past the bowler, but it's just a single to long off. A good ball that one by Sandhu after the full toss which went over the waist. Sandhu is going to bowl the final, he's going to bowl the 18th and the 20th over here. He's given away 11 runs in 2.1 overs. It's been a good spell in the first phase of the inning from Sandhu. Now he's here to finish the inning here. He's here to finish the inning for SoCal Lashings as Sandhu comes in to bowl to Jay Desai from the Macy Ranch end. Lone Star Athletics 120 for 4 after 17.1. They're going at a run rate of 7 per over at this stage. Sandhu coming in to bowl to Jay Desai. Jay Desai walking down. This time it's a slower one, and Jay has picked it up beautifully. It's gone over the head of deep mid wicket. That's a glorious shot. It's gone all the way for 6. Jay gets his first 6. He walked down the track. Sandhu kept it short and kept it slow, but Jay was up for it, and he picked it up beautifully. It's gone over the head of deep mid wicket for a 6. What a shot that one by Jay, Tarun.
Yeah, Jay picked up the length early. He knew where he wants to hit, and he hits a magnificent 6. Middle it was a crisp shot.
Yeah, Jay has raced on to 12 now of just 9 balls. And with that 6, 126 for 4, Lone Star. As Sandhu coming in to bowl the next ball. Jay on strike. Oh, this time Jay has played it to a short fine. He's played the paddle shot, the paddle sweep, and it's gone for 4 to the fine leg boundary. Well, what audacity that by Jay Desai. That's what happens when you can play all these shots. The bowler has to think twice as to where to bowl. Almost like Jay was expecting the ball to be full and he was ready for it, and he just got some bat onto it and it played it fine. It went to the fine leg boundary. A good shot, that one.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting Jay to play that one except Jay, and it was magnificently timed and went for 4.
10 runs of the last 2 balls here. Sandhu under a bit of pressure. Next ball coming up. This time it's full and Jay has played it towards covers for a single. So it will bring Cheyenne back on strike. 131 for 4. 16 balls, in fact 14 balls left in the inning now. Jay is batting on 17 of 11. At the other end, it is Cheyenne who's batting on 66 of 48 balls. Sandhu coming in for the 5th ball of the over. Cheyenne on strike. This is beautifully picked up by Cheyenne. It is, well, I think it's probably well, we'll have to see what happens over here. It's probably a 6, going by the look of it, because probably the fielder overstepped. He came outside the boundary, but SoCal Lashings, they are claiming the catch. So this is really going to be interesting what happens. Yes, the fielder took the catch and he threw the ball towards the long on fielder and the long on fielder caught it. But going by the look of things, it is really going to be interesting what happens over here. It was a good catch, yes, but at least looking from the commentary box, probably, in fact it's given a 6 and rightly so. A good call by the umpire because the fielder had stepped over the line outside the boundary, and so that is a 6. Yes, that's a good call by the umpire, and rightly so. SoCal Lashings just checking with the umpires here, but I'm pretty sure when the fielder caught it, he was outside the boundary line. Your take on that, Tarun?
Yeah, that was a really good try by the fielder, but the ball was crunched down the ground for a 6.
Yep, there's some discussion between the fielding team and the umpires, but in the end it's the right call for sure because the fielder had stepped over the boundary line. It was a good attempt nevertheless from the fielder at long off. He caught the ball, threw it back towards the long on fielder, but it's 6 runs nevertheless. What a shot that one by Cheyenne. He timed the ball and he got it just over the head of the fielder at long off. So Cheyenne has now raced on to 72 of 49 balls with 3 4s and 5 6s, going at a strike rate of 146.94. Final ball of the 18th over coming up. It's 137 for 4 now. And Sandhu has been expensive in this 3rd over. He's given away 18 runs in his first 5 balls so far. Not quite the day Sandhu would have wanted to have after picking up 4 wickets yesterday, giving away just 24 runs. Today he's been a tad expensive. He's gone for 28 and 2.5. He still has 7 balls left technically in his spell, and he can change the day for himself as we see Sandhu coming in to bowl to Cheyenne. This is again full. It's flicked away beautifully by Cheyenne. The fine leg was up in the circle. He placed it away from the fielder at fine leg. That's gone for yet another 4. What an over this has been for Lone Star Athletics. 22 of it after 18 overs. Lone Star Athletics are 141 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so it's going to be Jay Desai on strike. He's batting on 17 of 11 with 1 4 and 1 6. He's going at a strike rate of almost 155. and it's going to be Hutchinson who's going to continue from the Pearland end. Hutchinson into his final over here. He's given away 25 runs in his 3 overs so far, yet to pick up a wicket, but a very good over, the previous one for Lone Star Athletics, 22 of it, the most expensive one of the inning for SoCal Lashings. As we see the 19th over coming up here, it is Jay Desai on strike. This is well bowled, but this is probably going to be, well, it fell just short of the fielder at long off. It was a good Yorker, angling the ball away from the right-handed batter. Jay tried to go for the big shot. Well, this can be close. In fact, it's a run out most likely. Well, against the run of play, there was a misfield and they tried to go for the overthrow. Jay called for the second run. Cheyenne went for it, and in the end, the fielder collected the ball. He did not throw it. Good presence of mind by the fielder. He walked all the way to the stumps, and Jay has to depart here. He's run out on 18 of 12 balls, and Lone Star Athletics are 142 for 5. They did get 1 run because they got the 1 run towards long off on this ball. So when going for the overthrow, Jay gets run out, and it's going to be the new batter, the captain Siddesh, who's walked in. He's coming in at number 7. It's 142 for 5. We'll be back in a few seconds. So 142 for 5 now, and the captain Siddesh Pathare has walked in at number 7 for Lone Star Athletics. 11 balls left in the inning. The field for Siddesh, there is a sweeper cover, wideish long off, long on. There is deep square leg, and there is a third man. Those are the 5 fielders outside the circle. Hutchinson coming in left arm over to Siddesh. This time Siddesh steps down and he's played it towards third man. It's just a single, so which means Cheyenne is back on strike now. Hutchinson bowling well over here. He's angling the ball away from the right-handed batter here, Tarun.
Yeah, it's a really good call by
Lashings.
By Lashings. Bringing the left hand against a right-handed batsman just creates the angle, which is hard, especially in the slog overs, because it's always outside off stump, even if it's a full toss.
Well, Cheyenne is well set over here, and we'll see what happens. Third ball of the over coming up. Cheyenne facing. This is again beautifully bowled. The angle away from the right-handed batter. Good bowling this by Hutchinson, not giving any room, and it's a dot ball here. So the first 2 balls have been really good from Hutchinson. He's given away just first 3 balls in fact have been really good. He's given away just 2 runs. Cheyenne is batting magnificently on 76 of just 51 balls. He's going at a strike rate of close to 150, and he's got 5 sixes in this knock so far. Hutchinson coming left arm over from the Pearland end. Cheyenne on strike. This is again well bowled. Beautiful bowling, angling it away from the right-handed batter. It was inside the wide line. This is top class bowling here by Hutchinson, Tarun.
Yeah, really good bowling by Hutchinson here, angling it away from the batsman, not giving any width to the batsman, so just trying to make him drive, which is probably the best ball in slog over, especially if it's outside off stump.
Yeah, and he's varying his pace as well. He's not bowling one-dimensional. He's changing his pace, and that's exactly what we are seeing here as Hutchinson comes in for the 5th ball of the over. Cheyenne on strike. This time Cheyenne walks towards the off stump, and he tried to play it over long off. Could not time it. 1 bounce towards the fielder at long off. It's just a single. This has been a top class over so far from Hutchinson, and he's given away just 3 runs in 5 balls. Final ball of Hutchinson's spell coming up. He's given away 28 runs in 3.5 overs at an economy of 7.3. Siddesh is getting ready to face the final ball of the 19th over here. 144 for 5. This is well bowled again. Beautifully bowled. The covers fielder. This can be a run out, but not quite. Good running by Siddesh. So that's the end of the 19th. Just 4 of it. 145 for 5. Lone Star Athletics will be back in a few seconds.
What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, the final over coming up here. Siddesh on strike. Sandhu to Siddesh. This is slower and Siddesh has picked it up beautifully. He's played the sweep shot away from the fielder at short fine. It's gone towards the deep square leg boundary. That's 4 runs, exactly what Lone Star would have wanted on the first ball of the 20th. A good shot, that one by Siddesh. Playing according to the field, and 4 runs of the first ball. That was nicely done by the captain.
Yeah, that was a really, really good shot. Read the slower one and just swept it away for 4. That was a very, very good shot. And also, away from the fielders, I mean, there was no chance for any fielder to get there on time.
Alright, we're just waiting for the ball to come back here. And we'll have to see what happens. The field for Siddesh, there is long on, there is a wideish long off. Now we see a deep backward square leg in place. There's a fielder at deep mid wicket and there is cow corner. Those are the 5 fielders outside the circle. Inside the circle there is a short third, there is backward point and 2 fielders in the cover region. Sandhu coming into Siddesh. This time Siddesh gives himself some room and he's played it back past the bowler, just a single. So 5 runs of the first 2 balls and Cheyenne will be back on strike. So we'll see what happens. Third ball of the over coming up here. Cheyenne on strike. Cheyenne walks away towards the off stump, but well bowled by Sandhu, and that's a wicket. So Cheyenne has to depart. He missed that ball. He was trying to go towards deep fine leg, trying to play that ball towards the deep fine leg region. In the end, he missed it. But what a knock this has been from Cheyenne. So he departs here, and Cheyenne Jahangir has to go for 77 of just 54 balls with 4 fours and 5 sixes. It's been a top class knock. He's carried the bat through almost for Lone Star Athletics, batted almost the full 20 overs, and it's been a treat to watch. He's played in the V, he's played the big shots, he changed gears after the first few overs, and he departs for 77, and he is rightly congratulated as he walks back by his teammates. A good knock by Cheyenne, and he deserves all the applause over here. It's been a treat to watch, Tarun.
It has been an excellent knock by Cheyenne. 50 under pressure, staying there for his team all the way through. That was a good ball by Sandhu, hitting the off stump. And magnificent innings comes to an end.
Yeah, and Sandhu gets the big wicket again over here of Cheyenne Jahangir. He got 4 wickets yesterday. He's got the big scalp of Cheyenne today. He has been a tad expensive today. He's given away 37 runs in 3.3. But he's got the big scalp of Cheyenne Jahangir here. So 3 balls to go, 150 on the board. And it's Durwell Green who's walked in now. As we see Sandhu coming in now. 4th ball of the over. Well, Green has played this one towards long on. It's just going to be a single, 1 bounce to the fielder. Good throw by the fielder there. And well, it's an interesting coincidence of sorts. We were talking that Cheyenne Jahangir admires Virat Kohli. Cheyenne Jahangir departed of the previous ball, and in the India versus England test match, I'm told Virat Kohli is gone as well.
That is a coincidence. I mean, It's almost like they both are connected.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Fifth ball of the over coming up. It's Sandhu bowling to Siddesh. This time Siddesh has played this over the head of the point fielder. It's going towards the sweeper cover boundary. That's a glorious shot by Siddesh. He knew there was no one outside the circle on the offside, and he tried to pierce that gap, and he picked the ball beautifully, placed it just over the head of the point fielder, and that's gone away for 4 runs. A good shot, that one by Siddesh. So these are vital runs, and he moves on to 11 of 5 balls with 2 boundaries. He's going at a strike rate of 220, and that was a very good shot to see there, Tarun.
Yeah, he just gives himself a little bit room, knows nobody's outside on the offside, and just hits it over the fielder. No way any fielder can stop that. It's gone for a 4. Good runs for Lone Star.
19.5, 155 for 6, and final ball of the inning coming up. And ideally from Lone Star's point of view, they would want to get a 4 or 6, and from Lashings' point of view, they would want to get a wicket or keep it to a single. We'll see what happens. That's beautifully bowled by Sandhu. It's just going to be, in fact, it's going to probably be a run out, but well, not quite. Not out, says the umpire. So Durwell Green was in. So that's the end of the first session. Lone Star Athletics, they finish at 156 for 6, which means SoCal Lashings would need 157 to win. From Lone Star's point of view, Shayan Jahangir was the star. He scored 77 of 54 balls. And good cameos from Hamza Bangash, Nitish Kumar, Jay Desai in the end, and the captain Siddesh playing very nicely in the slog overs, scoring 11 of just 5 balls. From the bowling perspective for Lashings, Akash Veer Singh was the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 3 for 18, and he got good support from Hutchinson, who bowled 4 overs for 29. Gyan Fernando picked up 1 wicket, gave away 32 runs in his 4 overs, and the captain Abhimanyu 4 overs, none for 33. So that's the end of the first session. 157 is the target for Lashings. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The first game here at the Moosa Stadium today is about to start in the next couple of minutes. The umpires have walked into the center. 2 experienced umpires today, Danny Khan and Samir Pandekar. They are the 2 umpires for the game. There is a double header today. There is an afternoon game. The weather looks good, and the 2 batters, the opening batters for Lone Star Athletics, Hamza Bangash and Shayan Jahangir, they would be walking out soon. At the other end, SoCal Lashings, they had a good game yesterday. They won their game by 5 wickets, and they chased down 165 runs. So it was a good result for SoCal Lashings yesterday against Chicago Tigers after having lost the previous 2 games. So the win-loss ratio at this moment for SoCal Lashings, they've won 1 game, they've lost 2 games. At the other end, Lone Star Athletics, they've played 3 and lost 3, so they would want to make amends and get the first win today in this game. I have my fellow commentator with me, Tarun, here joining me. Good morning, Tarun.
Good morning, Nikhil. Thank you for having me. Looks like a good game today. Both teams want to go for the win, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting today. The weather looks really good from the PLN. This is well bowled, and what a cover drive that by Hamza. It's gone away from the fielder at covers, and it might be a couple of runs over here. The fielder did get his hand to it. So a good start, really good for Lone Star. In comes Sandhu now to Hamza. This time Hamza, that was full, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Hamza played it over the head of mid-off, a glorious shot. It's gone towards the long-off boundary. That's the first 4 of the day. Hutchinson coming in now. It's Hamza on strike. This is full, and Hamza has played it beautifully over the head of the covers fielder. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. 2 bounces into the fence. A glorious shot by Hamza. It was in his zone again, but Hamza this time ensuring he's clearing the inner. Hutchinson coming in now to Hamza. This time Hamza gives himself some room, and he smashed it away towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. He's pulled the ball beautifully. It was a tat shot. He was ready for it, and that's his 3rd 4. This is brilliant. On strike. In comes Fernando. This time he's bowled him. Hamza tried to play the pull shot. In the end, he missed the ball. Spinner here. As Abhimanyu comes in for the second ball. Outside the off stump, Cheyenne has cut it away beautifully. This has gone towards the sweeper cover boundary, away from the fielder at point. He's picked up the gap. That's a glorious shot. Cheyenne gets his first boundary. And Nitish Kumar on strike. This is again beautifully bowled by Gyan, but he's got the inside edge, and it's the French cut which has gone to the fine leg boundary, away from the fielder at short fine. A tad lucky that for Nitish, but a timely boundary here for Lone Star. Oh, what a shot that one. That's gloriously played over the head of Abhimanyu, the spinner, and that's the first 6 of the match. That Cheyenne on strike. In comes Abhimanyu. This is again, Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. This is going towards the mid-wicket boundary. What a shot that one by Cheyenne. He picked up the gap here from SoCal Lashings. Akashveer to Nitish Kumar. Now this is wide outside the off stump. It's cut away towards the backward point region, but it's straight to the fielder, and Akashveer gets a wicket against the second ball of the over coming up. Abhimanyu to Kamran. Flighted outside the off stump. This time Kamran has played it beautifully. It's gone over the head of long on, and what a shot that one by Kamran. The ball was flying over. Kamran on strike. In comes Akashveer. Again, it's outside the off stump. This time Kamran has picked it up beautifully, but he's not quite timed it. It's gone straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket, and that's a wicket there. And 7. In comes Fernando. This time Cheyenne has picked it up beautifully. What a shot that one. He stepped down the track and he's played it over the head of long on. A glorious 6 by Cheyenne. Fernando to Cheyenne. Cheyenne again shuffling around, and this time Cheyenne has played it over the head of long off. What a shot this one. It's gone over the head of long off. Gets his 50 over here. That's yet another half century for Cheyenne. He carries on with the good form. He scored 1. This time Janisar goes straight back past the bowler, but did not quite time it, and it's another wicket here for the young kid. A straight catch. Cheyenne on strike. This time Cheyenne has picked this one up beautifully. It's gone over the head of long on, and it's 6 runs all the way. A glorious shot. He was waiting. Ball to Jai Desai. Jai Desai walking down. This time it's a slower one, and Jai has picked it up beautifully. It's gone over the head of deep mid wicket. That's a glorious shot. It's gone all the way for 6. Oh, this time Jai has played it towards short fine. He's played the paddle shot. The paddle. Cheyenne on strike. This is beautifully picked up by Cheyenne. It is, well, I think it's probably well, we'll have to see what happens. We see Sandhu coming into bowl to Cheyenne. This is again full. It's flicked away beautifully by Cheyenne. The fine leg was up in the circle. He placed it away from the fielder at fine leg. That's gone for yet another 4 on strike. This is well bowled, but this is probably going to be, well, it fell just short of the fielder at long off. It was a good Yorker, angling the ball away from the right-handed batter. Jai tried to go for the big shot. Well, this can be close. In fact, it's a run out, most likely. Well, against the run of play. Siddesh on strike. Sandhu to Siddesh. This is slower, and Siddesh has picked it up beautifully. He's played the sweep shot away from the fielder at short fine. It's gone towards the deep square leg boundary. The over coming up here. Cheyenne on strike. Cheyenne walks away towards the off stump, but well bowled by Sandhu, and that's a wicket. So Cheyenne has to depart. He missed shot. This time Siddesh has played this over the head of the point fielder. It's going towards the sweeper cover boundary. That's a glorious shot by Siddesh. He knew there was no one outside the circle on the offside, and he tried to pierce that gap, and he picked the ball.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
SoCal Lashings, who's going to now try to chase down this target, and it's going to be an interesting run chase. It's going to be Janisar Khan to open after that successful spell yesterday against Seattle. First ball of the second session coming up. It is Janisar coming in from the PL end. It's going to be an interesting run chase here. We'll have to see how it goes. Janisar just taking his time. He's getting ready now. 157 is the target for SoCal Lashings, as Janisar gets ready to bowl from the PL end. The two openers for SoCal Lashings, Harpreet Singh and Catin Clark. The field for Janisar, he's got one slip in place and the two fielders outside the circle. He's got a deep mid wicket and he's got a third man out. He's got a packed offside field. He's coming in to bowl the first ball of the inning here. In comes Janisar from the PL end. This is short outside the off stump and it's just a dot ball to start. A dot ball towards covers as Clark faced the first ball. So he is on strike, and at the other end it's Harpreet Singh. As we'll have to see what sort of a start Lashings get. The Harpreet Singh, he had a very good season last year, scoring close to 400 runs in the first season of the minor league tournament in 2021. In comes Janisar from the PL end. This is beautifully bowled. That is a very good length from Janisar. It's a good start over here. The field for Janisar, he's got a backward point. He's got one slip, like I said. He's got two fielders in the cover region. In fact, it's a point and a cover. Point and covers, that's where the two fielders are. And then he has a backward point and he's got a mid-off. On the leg side, he's got a short fine leg and he's got a mid-on. And there is one slip in place and the fielders outside the circle. He's got a deep square leg and he's got third man. In fact, we are seeing that third man is coming in the circle now, most likely. No, not quite. He was coming in but sent back again. So it's the same field, third man and deep square leg outside the circle. Janisar coming in to bowl to Clark. Third ball of the over. This is short and it's played off the back foot beautifully. He picked the gap brilliantly between point and covers. That's the first four of the inning for Lashings, and the first boundary for Clark. That was a glorious shot, Tarun.
Yeah, I could hear the sound of the bat whistling the fielder because of that shot. It was... I think it is good thinking that they're starting with Janisar again as the experience. He's an experienced campaigner.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Janisar, he bowled a top-class spell yesterday, and he would want to carry on with the ball in the same way today. 4 of the first 3 balls for Lashings. They've got the first boundary. Runs are on the board now for them. And Clark is off the mark with that brilliant shot. That was a gloriously played back foot square drive. And now the two fielders outside the circle, they are now on the offside. The third man stays, but there is also a fielder at sweeper cover. So no one outside the circle on the leg side now. So pretty much Janisar is going to keep the ball on or around the off stump. In comes Janisar. Clark this time steps down. He's flicked it away beautifully in the gap between short fine and square leg, and he gets a couple of runs. That's nicely done, using his feet and showing his intent here, Clark. That was a good shot, Tarun.
Yeah, he's trying to find gaps from the beginning. Full use of the power play, you know. Only 2 fielders are outside and nobody's on the leg side, so just tap it over there for a nice 2 runs.
Yeah, it's a good start over here for Clark. He's already got 6 runs of the first 4 balls. In comes Janisar to Clark. This is again flicked away towards short fine, a quick single, and this is nicely done. So now we'll have Harpreet Singh, who will be on strike as he's getting ready to face his first ball here. That was a good ball by Janisar. He's not giving any room to the batters. He's bowling a good length. It's going to be the same field for Harpreet Singh as well. A square leg and a short fine leg in the circle on the leg side, and a mid-on the leg side inside the circle. As we see Janisar Khan coming in. The umpire just indicating to the reserves, the fielder in the reserves who's at long off, to just sit down so that we can get going. As we see Janisar is coming in now. Final ball of the first over. Oh well, Harpreet Singh, he tried to play the big shot. In the end, it was the French cut, an inside edge which went away from the fielder at short fine. Unfortunately for Lone Star and luckily for Lashings, it's gone for a boundary. So it's 11 of the first over for SoCal Lashings. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Right, double green now coming in from the Macy Rancher, and that's beautifully bowled, beaten for pace over there, Clark. And a good start over here for Green, as Green has got good pace, and that's exactly what we are seeing over here. Alright, it's Green who's coming in from the Macy Rancher, and second ball of the second over here. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Appeal for leg before, and that's given out. That's the first wicket over here. The umpire, Samir Bandekar, raises his finger, and he was wrapped onto his pads, and that's a big blow over here for SoCal Lashings, but a perfect start for Lone Star, as Green picks up that wicket, beaten for pace there. Clark, he has to depart, and now, well, this is a very good start for Lone Star Athletics, exactly what they would have wanted, especially when you're defending 156, Tarun.
Yeah, getting an early wicket is always nice for any fielding team, especially if it's a low-scoring game. That's the wicket they wanted. It's a good wicket by Delville Green. And
yeah, that's right. So we'll have to see what happens. And the new batter now walking in, it's Phillips at number 3 for Lashings. Alright, so Green coming in now. It's Phillips on strike. This is beautifully bowled. He's bowling with good pace, good rhythm, and this is brilliant. This is brilliant to see here from Green. He's really been on the money right from ball 1, and that's exactly what Lone Star would have expected from their primary bowler, primary strike bowler. 1.3 overs now. SoCal Lashings, they are 11 for 1. The new batter has walked in at number 3. It is going to be interesting. Dale Phillips facing his second ball. Green charging in. Oh, that's a very good ball. That ball bounced. Green tried to play it over the head of the point fielder on the offside. Again, that was good pace, good carry. 1 for the over, says the umpire. But this is top class fast bowling, Tarun.
it was a really, really good ball by Green, beating him from the pace again. Good bouncer. The batsman did not expect the ball to come that high. It actually bounced quite a bit, and it was 1 for the over. It's a good ball by Green.
Alright, so it's Double Green. He's really bowling with good pace and good carry here, and he's settled into a good rhythm. Green to Phillips. Oh, that's beautifully bowled again. That's defended off the back foot What an over this has been from Green so far, and good support from the crowd. There are few spectators here and they're enjoying this top class fast bowling from Derwell Green. He's bowled 5 balls and all 5 have been right on the money, and he's picked up a wicket as well. Dale Phillips in at number 3 here for SoCal Lashings. It's 11 for 1 of 11 balls, and Derwell Green with 5 balls and a wicket. He's been on the money. It's a treat to watch a fast bowler in full flow. That's exactly what we are seeing as he comes in from the Macy Ranch end. Phillips on strike. This time Phillips steps down, but again beaten for pace. What an over this has been. A wicket maiden from Green. Just the sort of start Lone Star would have wanted from him. After 2 overs, SoCal Lashings are 11 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, Janisar to continue from the PL end. Harpreet Singh on strike. This is short and it's pulled away towards the deep mid wicket boundary. There is no one there and this has gone for a 4. That's a good shot there by the opening batter. He is looking really good. Harpreet Singh, he gets his second boundary. He moves on to 8 now of just 2 balls with 2 fours. And he played that shot on the leg side with no one there in the mid wicket area. That was nicely timed. And Janisar Khan, he's into his second over here. He has given away 15 runs so far in 1.1. He's got a packed offside field. He's got a backward point. He's got a gully. He's got point. He's got a fielder in the cover region. He's got a wideish mid-off. And the 2 fielders outside the circle. He's got a long on and he's got a deep mid-wicket. And there's a fielder at short fine. So no one in the 30-yard circle on the leg side. He's asking Harpreet Singh to go across the line most likely. And he's probably going to keep the ball outside the off stump. We'll see what happens. This is again on the middle stump. This is flicked away towards the vacant area in the mid-wicket region for a single by Harpreet Singh. So 5 of the first 2 balls here. 16 for 1. SoCal Lashings after 2.2. Alright, so Janisar Khan coming in now. It is Phillips on strike who's getting ready to face his first ball against Janisar. Phillips yet to get off the mark. And it's the same field for Phillips as well. In comes Janisar. This time Phillips has played it over the head of mid-off. It's gone towards the long-off boundary. It's a glorious shot by Dale Phillips. He's off the mark with that beautifully played shot. What a shot that one, Tarun.
Yeah, it was crunched down the ground. It was a beautiful, beautiful shot. Hitting a 4, just putting some pressure on Janisar Khan. Let's see what he does now.
Alright, in fact, the field for Janisar over here, it's not the same field. The 2 fielders outside, there is a deep mid-wicket and there is a sweeper cover out for Dale Phillips. And now it looks like he's sending mid-off back to long-off. And he's getting sweeper cover inside the circle on the offside. And in fact, he's also getting deep mid-wicket in the circle. And he's sending mid-on back to long-on. So we can expect him to keep the ball full over here. Janisar coming in to Dale Phillips. This is again beautifully bowled. That's a very good length by Janisar. A good comeback after the boundary of the previous ball. It's good to see. Janisar coming in to Phillips. Phillips giving himself some room. Beautifully bowled by Janisar Khan. All the experience in play. He saw Phillips was giving himself some room, but still kept the ball on and around that off stump. Top class stuff by Janisar, Tarun.
Yeah, really good bowling by Janisar. You know, getting it for a 4, then coming back strong is something which makes the captain feel good.
Final ball of the third over coming up. SoCal Lashings 20 for 1. And it is Dale Phillips who's batting now on 4 of 7 balls. In comes Janisar from the PL and end. Phillips on strike. This is full, and this time this is played away towards extra cover. The fielder at long off giving the chase. So it's just a single. So a good finish here by... In fact, it looks like... well, probably it is the end of the over, I believe. That's the end of the over, so, but we are not quite sure. Maybe we'll have to do a ball check over here, because that is the end of the over, and that's what it should be. Yeah, that's the end of the over, and rightly signaled by the umpire now. So after 3 overs, it's 21 for 1 SoCal Lashings. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Derwell Green, a top class first over from him, a wicket maiden, and now it's going to be Green who's going to bowl to Dale Phillips from the Macy Ranch end. Oh, what a ball again, beaten for pace. This is hostile fast bowling from Green. He's been in rhythm right from ball 1. Treat to watch this, Tarun.
That's some good line and length by Green. He's showing off his pace right now, and the batsman is just missing everything from the...
Well, Dale Phillips trying to go across the line, and in the end not quite connecting that one. The field for Green, he's got a deep mid-wicket out, and he's got a third man outside the circle. Those are the 2 fielders outside in the power play for him. He's bowled 7 balls so far and not given away any run, and he's picked up an important wicket already, that of Clark. There's a change in field now. He's getting the fielder from the slip cordon out, and the fielder is coming in the cover region. Green coming in right arm over from the Macy Ranch end. This is full, and this is beautifully played. What a shot that by Phillips. That's his answer to Green. He bowled the ball full. Phillips was ready for it. There was a fielder at mid-off, but he had no chance. That's a gloriously played off drive all along the ground, and that's 4 runs for Phillips, and that's a shot to watch, Tarun. What a shot.
That was a good shot. It was smacked round the ground for 4 by Phillips. That was one of the best shots of the day.
Yeah, and it's always good to see an off drive. It's played in the V along the ground, and Dale Phillips, I mean, he's got a couple of boundaries, and this one against Green will give him confidence. Let's see what Green comes back with now. It's a contest on over here. Hitting a bowler straight back past him. Not something that a bowler would want. This is again beautifully bowled. This time he's flicked it away towards the vacant area at deep square leg. The fielder at deep mid wicket giving the chase. He covered a lot of ground, and a very good throw back to the keeper, keeping it to just a single. Again, we see the importance of preventing those extra runs, Tarun.
Yeah, saving runs is definitely one of the best things you can do for a team. It always puts pressure on the batsman. He thinks that if they want to, run another run on that fielder or not, if the ball has gone back.
Yeah, 26 for 1. It's Harpreet Singh now facing Green. This time he's bowled him. What a ball by Green. Beaten for pace, Harpreet Singh. That ball was full, and Green ensured that he went through the defense, went through the bat of Harpreet Singh. Harpreet Singh tried to use the long handle, tried to go over mid-wicket, missed the ball completely. That's the second wicket down here for SoCal Lashings. And Durwell Green picks up his second wicket. What a ball that one, keeping the ball full, beaten for pace. Top stuff that by Green, Tarun.
Yeah, Green is showing off his pace again. No chance, completely missed by Harpreet Singh, and it was a good ball. That's the wicket they wanted. He was looking dangerous, hitting 2/4 of the first 2 balls.
Yeah, Harpreet Singh, he departs for 9 of just 4 balls. He got a couple of boundaries. He was going at a strike rate of 225, but that's another wicket here for Green, and he's looking really dangerous, Durwell Green. 1.4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 5. And he's really leading from the front. Shayan Jahangir led from the front with the bat for Lone Star Athletics with a fantastic knock of 77. And Durwell Green leading from the front with the ball now, with a couple of wickets up front in the power play, and having also bowled a maiden over. 26 for 2. Lashings are in some sort of trouble, and we'll have to see how the game goes from here on. A required run rate of 8 per over at this stage for SoCal Lashings. They have 8 wickets in hand. It's a good run chase that is on, and Shiva Vashisht, who's walked in now, Shiva Vashishat in fact, he's walked in at number 4. So it's going to be Green to Shiva, and Green is bowling with good pace. He's in good rhythm, he's bowling in good areas, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of a field he has now. In fact, he's probably going to send the fielder from the cover region back into the slip cordon. So the field for Green, there is mid-off, mid-on. There is a fielder at point, and there is a fielder in the cover region. There's a fielder at mid-wicket. There's a fielder at backward square leg, and he has 1 slip in place. The new batter Shiva on strike. In comes Green, charging in. That's beautifully bowled, but what a shot that by Shiva to get off the mark. He steered it towards third man for a single, and which means now it will be Phillips on strike for the final ball of the 4th over. It's a good run chase and a good contest on here, Tarun.
Yeah, it looks it's anyone's game at this point. Green really wants Phillips' wicket, I think, because of that 4. This contest between Phillip and Green will be a treat to watch.
Yeah, Green is bowling beautifully from the Macy Ranch end, as he's getting ready to bowl the next ball to Phillips, who's batting on 10. This is short, and it's a white signal by the umpire over the head of the batter, and a good call again by the umpire. The umpiring has been top class, Tarun. Both the umpires experienced campaigners. Umpire has also given 1 for the over, but overall the umpiring has been pretty good.
Yeah, I think all of the decisions they've gave are correct, and this one was way higher, over his head, so it was a wide. Showing Green showing some aggression towards Phillips, and see how he goes for the last ball of the over.
Yeah, and now with 1 for the over done, pretty much we know what sort of length Green is going to bowl on this final ball. It has to be fuller, but we'll see what happens. In comes Green. This is back off length, and this is played towards covers. So a dot ball to finish the over after 4. Lashings are 28 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so we have a change in bowling here. The youngster Josh Saripella coming into the attack from the PLN end. He's a very talented left-arm spinner and a handy batter as well. He's picked up a couple of wickets so far in the 2 games that he's played. He bowled a top-class spell yesterday I believe he bowled 4 overs, picked up a wicket, and against the Seattle Thunderbolts, and he bowled at an economy of just around 7 per over yesterday. He also got 1 wicket in his debut game. A talented kid, and it's good to see Josh being given the opportunity here in the power play. It's going to be exciting and interesting. Josh to Shiva here, and this is the first ball of the 5th over from the PL end. This is wide out down the leg side, and probably Shiva missed out on that one. A little bit of bat on that. That probably could have been a boundary. The field for Josh, he's got a short fine. He's got a mid-wicket, short third, backward point, covers, mid-off in the circle. Josh to Shiva, this is short, appeal for leg before not out, says the umpire. It's going down the leg side with the arm. The 2 fielders outside the circle, he's got a long on and he's got a deep mid-wicket in place. In fact, a long on and a deep square leg, I beg your pardon. Josh coming left arm round from the PL end. This is again short. It's flicked away towards short fine for a single. It's a good tactical ploy by the captain to get the spinner in the power play, Tarun.
Yeah, definitely. And Josh is a bowler who can get those wickets, and he's one of the bowlers I'm looking forward to watch today. He has been so good in the last 2 games.
30 for 2, 4.2 overs, SoCal Lashings, as Dale Phillips is getting ready. Josh just adjusting his field a tad bit. This is short, the arm ball. It's beautifully played. That's bisecting both the fielders between mid-off and covers. That's a glorious shot of the back foot by Phillips. He's looking really good. That was beautifully timed. And the fielder at covers did try to stop the ball. In the end, that was a glorious shot, Tarun. What a shot that.
Yeah, it was right in the gap. It was beautifully timed by Phillip, and it goes for a 4.
Yeah, it's gone towards the extra cover boundary. Beautifully timed by Phillips. He's looking really good here. He's already got 3 boundaries. He's moved on to 14 of 13 balls. And he's getting ready to face the next ball from Josh here. This is again short, the arm ball, the quicker one. This time it's a single towards covers. Good stop there by the captain Siddesh. The field for Josh on the offside, short third, backward point, covers and mid-off. Shiva on strike against Josh now. 35 for 2 after 4.4. 7 of the first 4 balls from Josh in this over so far. He's bowling in the power play. It's never easy. In comes Josh. This one is down the leg side, and it's a wide signal by the umpire and missed by the keeper, so it's an extra run. So 2 runs off that ball. In fact, it's a wide ball plus 1 run. So it's 2 runs for the score. 37 for 2 after 4.4 now. 9 have come in this over so far of the first 4 balls. Josh is trying to angle the ball into the right-handed batter, the arm ball. This one is well bowled again, but it's again going on and around the middle and leg stump. So an easy single there for Phillips. Final ball of the 5th over coming up. 38 for 2. Josh is getting some encouragement from the dugout and from the spectators, the local crowd supporting the local lad here. In comes Josh. This is beautifully bowled. This is where he wants to be. This is where he can be. That ball was flighted. His high arm action. 5 overs, 38 for 2. Lashings will be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug?
What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so we have a change in bowling now from the Macy Ranch end. Durwell Green, after a top-class first spell, 2 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 7. He is making way for Nitish Kumar, who's coming in. Phillips on strike. This is short outside the off stump, and this is brilliantly stopped by the fielder in the covers region, and looks like he may have pulled up a muscle or something there. Hamza Bangash, he stopped the ball, stopped a certain boundary, but now he's down on the ground. We'll have to see what happened over there. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He was out. He did not play the game against Dallas, the first game, due to an injury. So hopefully this is just a minor niggle and it's nothing serious, as we are seeing the physio coming in on the ground. 39 for 2 after 5.1, and Lashings, they are going at a run rate of close to 8 per over, and they also need 8 per over in the remaining 14.5 overs. It's a very good contest that's on over here, Tarun, and we'll have to see how this match progresses.
Yeah, Hamza putting his body in line to save 4 crucial runs for his team. It's very, very, very good fielding by Hamza at covers.
Yeah, and make no mistake, they've got Hamza Khalid in the 11 today. He has come in place of Ali Bangash. So that's one more bowler who is definitely there for Lone Star Athletics, as this is not looking good. Hamza Bangash is walking off the field. He's limping off the field to some extent. Hopefully this injury is not serious and he can recover from this very soon from Lone Star's point of view, because he is an important player for them with his aggressive batting. He's walking off the field here. Hopefully it's nothing serious and he will be fit and fine soon. But 39 for 2 here, SoCal Lashings. In fact, 38 for 2, I beg your pardon. It's not 39, it's 38 for 2. So we'll have to see how this run chase goes. This Dale Phillips is looking really good over here. He's batting on 16 of 16. Nitish Kumar to Phillips. This is well bowled by Nitish. It's a good length and a very good stop by the fielder Josh there at backward point. Nicely done that, Tarun.
Yeah, backing his bowler, you know. If fielders are doing good for your bowler, saving runs, the bowler also gets confident and bowls better.
I agree with you as Nitish Kumar comes in. This time Phillips tried to go outside the off stump, and I think he was looking to play the ball away from the fielder at short fine for a boundary, but Nitish Kumar was very smart. He slowed down the pace of the ball, and consequently Phillips could not connect. Very well bowled by Nitish. Next ball coming up here. This is well bowled. This is the flatter and the quicker one. So this has been a good over so far from Nitish Kumar. In fact, he's bowled 4 dot balls. Top class stuff by Nitish Kumar. And he's doing it for his team in the power play. This is again full. This is beautifully played by Phillips. 1 bounce into the fence. That's a glorious shot over the bowler's head. Nitish Kumar gave the ball some air and Phillips was up for it. Risk-free cricket over the head of the bowler. Glorious shot, that one, Tarun.
Yeah, that was a good shot, releasing some pressure from himself and his team as it goes for 4 down the ground. 1 shot, that was a good shot at the end.
That's right, so we'll have to see how it goes. Nitish Kumar, final ball of this over coming up. Beautifully bowled, good comeback by Nitish. That's the end of the over and that's the end of the power play. After 6 overs, Lashing 2 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so 42 for 2, a required run rate of 8.21 from here. 115 runs to win in 14 overs, 8 wickets in hand. And we'll have to see what happens. As Josh continues here from the PL end. Josh is given away 10 runs in his first over. This is well bowled by Josh, the arm ball coming in. And 6.1 overs, 2 for 42 for 2 lashings. The power play is done. So we'll just give you an update about the field for Josh after the power play. This is well bowled by Josh again. The ball is full and coming into the right-handed batter Shiva. The 5 fielders outside the circle. He's got a sweeper cover, wideish, long off, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. And inside the circle he's got a short third, backward point, covers and short fine. In comes Josh, left arm round to Shiva. That's well bowled, beautifully bowled by Josh. It's been a brilliant over by Josh so far. 3 dot balls. They're building the pressure from both ends. Nitish Kumar and Josh, both the spinners, doing fantastically for Lone Star so far. Josh to Shiva. This time Shiva uses his feet and he's played it towards long on for just a single. And the crowd, the local crowd supporting the local lad Josh. They are encouraging every ball that he's bowling. Every dot ball is acknowledged. And all the good balls, there is good encouragement and good support from the crowd, Tarun.
Yeah, it's very nice to see, you know, Josh is a 16-year-old kid who's playing minor league, which is a good achievement for him.
In comes Josh to Phillips now. Towards point, it's towards covers, I beg your pardon. It's a dot ball. So just 1 run off 5 balls in this over. 43 for 2. Final ball of the 7th coming up. This is outside the off stump. That was the arm ball that came in with the arm. It was a top class over from Josh. Just 1 of it. And after 7 overs, lashings are 43 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, so Nitish Kumar to continue from the Macy Ranch end. It's 43 for 2, a top class over by Josh, backing Nitish. This is again beautifully bowled and that's a wicket over here. That ball came in, top class stuff by Nitish Kumar. That's the 3rd wicket down for lashings. Shiva has to depart. He's gone for 3 of 9 balls and the pressure building from both ends. Both the spinners doing really well. Good captaincy by Siddesh to set up good fields and the bowlers bowling to their fields. Nitish Kumar gave away just 4 runs in his first over. Josh gave away just 1 run in the next over, which meant 5 runs came of the last 2 overs. Something had got to give. And the first ball of this over from Nitish Kumar, he gets a wicket. That's what pressure can do from both ends, Tarun.
Yeah, and that was a dream ball for any off spinner right through the bat and pad gap. That was a beautiful ball by Nitish Kumar. Pressure was building and Nitish Kumar gets the result with the wicket.
Yeah, beautifully bowled by Nitish Kumar. And looks like it's really, really good captaincy, good bowling. Durwal Green set it up in the beginning with a top class first spell, picking up a couple of wickets. Then we saw this wicket now from Nitish Kumar and SoCal Lashings. They are now 43 for 3 after 7.1. Right now they are going at a run rate of 6 per over and the required run rate is now close to 9. 7 wickets in hand. It's a good game that is on right now, Tarun, but at this stage Lone Star, they do have the upper hand.
Yeah, definitely. They have the upper hand. I think now Lone Star will try to go for the kill, get some more wickets so that the batting team is actually on their back foot the whole time.
Yeah, Zoeb Ahmed, he's walked in at number 5 here for SoCal Lashings. And both the spinners really doing well for Lone Star Athletics. Josh has got a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off, and sweeper cover out. I beg your pardon, Nitish, not Josh. In comes Nitish now to Zoeb. That's well bowled. That's flatter and quicker. 2 dot balls and a wicket so far in this over. Beautifully bowled by Nitish Kumar. He's into his second over, given away just 4 runs. Nitish coming from the Macy Ranch end. That's again beautifully bowled. Good length. He's running through his overs, bowling those dot balls and keeping the pressure on, not giving the batter too much time to think in between balls. 4th ball of the over coming up. This is again beautifully bowled. What a ball that one. Outside the off stump, flighting it and taking it away from the right-handed batter. And in fact, Cheyenne, the keeper, also missed it. That was top stuff from Nitish. I'll get your thoughts on that, Tarun, after this ball. In comes Nitish. This is quicker and on the stumps. Dot ball again. What a ball, the previous one, Tarun.
It was a beautiful ball by Nitish Kumar, putting pressure in. 5 dot balls in this over so far. Let's see how they go.
5 dot balls and a wicket. Final ball of the 8th coming up here. Nitish to Zoeb. This is again beautifully bowled. It will be a single on the offside. So just one of this over after 8 overs. Lashings are 44 for 3. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, apologies. Actually, it's Arya who is the wicket keeper here for Lone Star Athletics. It's not Cheyenne, but Arya is doing a good job behind the stumps. As we see Josh coming in, continuing from the PL end. Zoeb on strike. That's the arm ball. Appeal for leg before, and that's out. That's a wicket here. Josh gets this one with the arm ball. The ball was full, wrapped on the pads, and it was crashing into midland leg. A good decision that by Danny Khan. And an experienced umpire showing how it needs to be done. But what a ball that one by Josh. He gets his first wicket. He was building pressure. And finally he deserved that wicket. It's 44 for 4 Lashings. And we'll have to see how this goes now, Tarun.
Yeah, first wicket for Josh today was a magnificent ball. Good call from the umpire. It was, in my opinion, it was plump.
Yeah, so 44 for 4. And Lone Star Athletics, they are really having an advantage over here at this stage. Lashings, they have not got their inning going right from the beginning when Durwell Green set the tone for Lone Star with a couple of wickets with that hostile spell of fast bowling with the new ball. And here Zoeb Ahmed, he has to depart leg before for 1 of 6 balls. And it's going to be Josh who's going to continue. He's into his 3rd over. He's given away only 11 runs and he's picked up 1 wicket over here. 44 for 4, and so far Lone Star Athletics, they have played 3 games and they have lost 3 games. So this is a very important game for them. It's their 4th game of the tournament and they would want to get a win here, especially when they are playing on their home ground here, Tarun.
Yeah, definitely. And also some good captaincy by Siddesh, using 2 spinners. 1 spinner which is turning the ball away from the batsman and the one is bringing in. Some good captaincy, shows how experienced he is.
Yeah, and when the bowlers are bowling to your field, it's always good, and that's exactly what's happening over here. It looks like Lone Star Athletics, they came in with a good game plan. They knew that they are defending 156, which is probably at par, maybe a little bit below par on this ground. But they have their plans in place, and the execution so far has been top class. SoCal Lashings 44 for 4. The new batter has walked in at number 6. It's Kanda Rohit Sharma. Josh coming left arm around to the new batter. That's well bowled again, beautifully bowled. This is played in the vacant mid-wicket area. Josh giving the chase. It's just a single, which means it's going to be Phillips who's going to be back on strike. Phillips has been batting well. He's batting on 20 of 23 balls with 4 boundaries. He's going at a strike rate of 87, yes, but he's in there, and if Lashings have to chase this down, Phillips has to bat through. Josh coming for the next ball to Phillips. That's again the arm ball. It's just a single towards covers. At this stage, Lone Star Athletics, they would not mind these singles. 46 for 4 after 8.3. A required run rate of close to 10 now. 1-1-1 to win in 69 balls with 6 wickets in hand. In comes Josh to Eskander Rohit Sharma. This is flicked away towards the vacant mid-wicket region. The fielder at square leg giving the chase, keeping it to just a single. A good throw to the keeper. This has been a good over again from Josh so far. He's just given away 3 runs in 4 balls and he's picked up a wicket in this over. Josh to Phillips. That's again well bowled outside the off stump. It's a dot ball towards covers. Final ball of Josh's third over coming up. 47 for 4. 8.5. That's well bowled. Back to the bowler. A brilliant over by Josh. Just 3 of it after 9 overs. SoCal Lashings are 47 for 4. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so 47 for 4 now, SoCal Lashings, and Nitish Kumar to continue. He's bowled brilliantly, 2 overs, 1 for 5 so far. He's continuing from the Macy Ranch end. The spinners have been top class, building pressure from both the ends. In comes Nitish, right arm over. It's beautifully bowled. It's a dot ball to start the 10th over. The field for Nitish Kumar is more or less the same. He's coming in for the second ball of this over. This is flighted and this is played towards long on for a single. There is a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off and sweeper cover. Nitish Kumar runs through his overs, which is tactically a very good ploy, Tarun, because you're not giving the batter too much time to think between balls. I'll get your thoughts on that after this ball as Nitish comes in for the third ball of this over. It's Phillips on strike. Phillips just taking a look at the field. Phillips moves outside the off stump and this time he tried to go over the deep square leg boundary, but this is straight to deep square leg. It's a catch and again it's a very good setup there by Nitish Kumar. He kept the ball outside the off stump. Phillips tried to move across and go towards off stump and he was trying to go over the head of deep square leg. In the end he just popped it up and an easy catch there for Hamza Khalid. And again Nitish Kumar gets his second wicket. The spinners really doing it well for Lone Star Athletics. That's the 5th wicket down, Tarun.
Yeah, as you said, Nitish Kumar runs through his overs. He doesn't let the batsman think, but he thinks what he's going to bowl while he's going back to his run-up. And that was the ball which he hasn't bowled ever today. So
Phillips departs here. He's gone for 21 of 27 with 4 boundaries. And Lashings, they are now 5 down with 48 on the board. And now it is really looking very difficult at this stage, at least for Lashings. They need a required run rate of more than 10 and they have 5 wickets in hand, and both the spinners, they have been top class as we have been discussing so far. Josh and Nitish, they have bowled 5.3 overs, given away just 20 runs and they have picked up 3 wickets between themselves. Last year as well, we had seen one of the key reasons why Lone Star Athletics were successful and they had a brilliant campaign was the way the spinners bowled in tandem, and that's exactly what we are seeing today over here, which will most likely lead them to their first win of the season. There's still a long way to go. We are just halfway stage. Anything can happen in T20 cricket, but at this stage certainly Lone Star Athletics, they are looking like favourites to win this game. 5 wickets down, 48 on the board for Lashings, as the new batter who's walked in at number 7 is Elmore Hutchinson for SoCal Lashings. There's good support over here today for Lone Star Athletics on their home ground. A lot of spectators here. It's always good to see. A beautiful day to watch and play cricket. Blue skies, the sun is out. Exactly what you would want as a cricket fan. Nitish Kumar coming in now to bowl the next ball to Hutchinson, who's getting ready to face his first ball. Beautifully bowled by Nitish. This is flicked away towards square leg. It's just a single, and this is very good to see from Nitish Kumar. He's really up the ante with the ball in this game. He's been the Mr. Dependable for Lone Star Athletics last year with the bat and also with the ball, and today he's delivering yet again with the ball. He did score 18 runs, a small cameo, but he's doing it with the ball for his team today. In comes Nitish now. This is flicked away in the vacant mid-wicket region. Just a single towards deep mid-wicket. Lone Star Athletics at this stage will definitely not mind the singles, Tarun.
Yeah, definitely. If they're saving if they're saving boundaries, just their game. Right now, I think Lone Stars are definitely on top, but there still is a chance for.
Final ball, well bowled by Nitish. It's a dot ball to finish the over. And again, a brilliant over that by Nitish Kumar. So that's the end of the over. And SoCal Lashings, they are 50 for 5 after 10. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Josh to continue from the PL end. Iskander Rohit Sharma appeal for leg before, that's out as well. That was the arm ball, and that's a good decision by the umpire again. The left arm around angle, the arm ball coming in wrapped on the pads. That was crashing into middle and leg yet again, and the batter doesn't look happy. In fact, he's suggesting there was an inside edge, but not quite sure whether there was one. But that was, I felt that was a good decision by the umpire. Again, Josh beautifully bowled that.
That was really close, and again, experience from the umpire comes into play. He thinks he's out, then so it is out. You know, he's a very, very experienced umpire, and that looked out from here.
Well, this is beautiful bowling by Josh and Nitish Kumar both. I mean, both the spinners, they have really kept it tight. 6 overs, 4 for 22 between themselves. This is top stuff. Good captaincy by Siddesh to keep them on for their 4 overs. In fact, this is Josh's 4th over, and I'm assuming Nitish will be bowling his 4th over as well. But this is a brilliant captaincy, good field setup, and top-class bowling by both the spinners. And now it's 50 for 6 SoCal Lashings. And, well, it's a long way away now, the win, because they need 107 runs in 9.5 overs. Just 4 wickets left, a required run rate of close to 11. And we'll have to see what happens from here on, but so far it's been the perfect game for Lone Star Athletics. They won the toss, they elected to bat first. They got runs from their opening batter Shayan Jahangir, who's been among the runs throughout the season. He scored a very good 77. There were some cameos from a few other batters as well. They got to a fighting score of 156, which is not par, I would say, but the way they came in the field and the way their bowlers bowled, not to forget Durwell Green, the way he started with that hostile spell of fast bowling with good aggression, picking up a couple of wickets, and then the spinners, they have been exceptional. So it's a very good template here that is laid down by Lone Star for today.
Yeah, after the batting, Lone Star, the very moment they came into the field, they knew that they were up for the challenge, and now they're on the top.
That's right. We have the new batter now who's walked in. It is the captain Abhimanyu, as Josh comes in left arm around. Abhimanyu steps down. He was trying to go for the big shot. He got an inside edge. It's gone away from the fielder at short fine. It's just a single. Well bowled by Josh. He saw Abhimanyu coming down the track. Changed his length to some extent. That was good to see, Tarun.
Yeah, and he also bowled just a little bit faster so that he does not get to the ball in time and just goes through.
Josh to Hutchinson now. Left arm around. He's into his 4th over from the PL end. This is beautifully bowled appeal, and that's out. That's a wicket here. It's caught behind. The keeper takes the catch, Arya, and Josh gets yet another wicket. This is brilliant bowling by Josh. This time he kept the ball outside the off stump. Hutchinson tried to go for the big shot, and a very good catch by Arya behind the stumps. And this is very good to see the youngsters doing it for Lone Star Athletics. Josh gets the wicket. Arya takes a very good catch. And that's the 7th wicket down for Lashings. They are 51 for 7 now. And again, Josh now, he has in fact got yet another wicket. So top class stuff. He's got his 4th wicket if I'm not wrong. And he's into his 4th over. This is brilliant bowling by Josh, Tarun.
Yeah, it's really, really good bowling, and also really good keeping by Arya. Inside edges are never...
Yeah, and in fact, I beg your pardon, he's got his 3rd wicket, not 4th, Tarun. But this is really good bowling.
Yeah, it's really good bowling by Josh. Inside edges are never, easy catches, and the debutant Arya took a really good catch here. It will make him feel good.
Definitely, it's always good to see youngsters contributing towards the team's cause. And both these kids, Josh and Arya, they are doing very well. Arya has been very good behind the stumps. And Josh, he's been bowling beautifully today. In fact, he's been good in all the 3 games, I would say. He got a wicket in his first game. It was his debut game. Yesterday, as I was mentioning earlier, he bowled a top-class spell against Seattle Thunderbolts. An economy of around 7 per over. And he picked up a wicket as well in his 4 overs yesterday. And well, today, he's been amazing. He's bowled 3.3 overs, 3 for 15. And he and Nitish Kumar, they have really changed the game after the initial spell from Green. Josh coming in now to the new batter. Beautifully bowled again. That's the arm ball. It's a dot ball. The fielder at covers, the captain Siddesh, collecting the ball. And the new batter is Gayan Fernando, who's walked in at number 9 now for SoCal Lashings. Josh to Fernando. That's beautifully bowled. What a ball that by Josh. Well, that beat the bat outside the off stump. And the crowd sensing a wicket every ball here. There is a lot of support for the local lad. And it's good to see. Final ball of Josh's spell coming up here. That's the arm ball that kept low and almost would have crashed onto the off stump. What a spell this by Josh. Top stuff by Josh. 4 overs, 3 for 15. And it was amazing to see the young kid delivering the way he has. After 11, Lashings are 51 for 7. We'll be back in a few seconds. Well, yeah, so as expected, Nitish Kumar is going to continue, and that's obviously the right call because Nitish has been top class. 3 overs, 2 for 8. Josh, 4 overs, 3 for 15. The spinners between them, they have really ensured that the game is not going anywhere away from Lone Star Athletics. 7 overs, 5 for 23. So they really backed Derwal Green after the spell that he bowled up front. Nitish Kumar to continue here. He's going to bowl to the captain, Abhimanyu. 51 for 7, SoCal Lashings. Nitish from the Messi Ranch end. This is flighted and Abhimanyu has picked it up beautifully. This is one bounce into the fence, away from the fielder at long on. That's a good shot by the captain. He's showing some intent over here. Not to forget, regardless of what happens in the game, run rate is an important factor. It's a long season, so SoCal Lashings would want to get as close to the total as possible, if not win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was not a bad ball, but the shot was just excellent.
Nitish to Abhimanyu again. This time Abhimanyu steps down and Nitish has bowled it outside the off stump. And nicely done by Arya. He collected the ball cleanly and that's another stumping, another wicket here. 8th wicket down. SoCal Lashings are 55 for 8. Nitish saw the captain Abhimanyu dancing down the track. Bowled the ball a tad wider. Arya was ready for it. Good wicket keeping again. He's showing good skills there behind the stumps. He gets his first stumping here. 55 for 8 and now it's just a matter of time for SoCal Lashings and for Lone Star Athletics. Athletics are very close to their first win of the season here, Tarun.
Yeah, they are, and excellent. Arya's having a really good day behind the stumps today. He got a catch and a stumping. It will make him feel good for the rest of the season.
Well, 55 for 8 and Nitish Kumar now gets his 3rd wicket. Josh has got 3. Green has got 2. What a comeback this has been from Lone Star Athletics. It's never easy after you lose 3 games on a trot. You're yet to get your first win of the season. And then you come back this way with such an amazing performance with the bat and with the ball. Just shows the belief that the unit has in themselves. As we see the new batter who's walking in now for SoCal Lashings. Very smart bowling by Nitish Kumar. We'll have to see who's going to bowl from the Pearland end now, Tarun, with just 2 wickets left and Josh is done with his spell. I mean, I believe that it would have to be a spinner, but we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they should go with a spinner because the spinners are going through their overs quick and not letting the batsmen make any runs off of them.
Yeah, that's right. And more importantly, it's not giving any pace to the batters, and at the same time, the spinners have been really good in this game. Mind you, Derwal Green, 2 overs, 2 for 7. He would want to come back for a couple of overs here, for sure.
I'm pretty sure. I think Derwal Green will come from the Messi Ranch end because he started from that end.
Yeah, you never know, but we'll see what happens. Because Nitish Kumar, you're right actually, after this Nitish Kumar will be done with his spell from the Messi Ranch end as well. We'll see what happens. In comes Nitish Kumar for the next ball of the over. Beautifully bowled, beating him outside the off stump. That's very well bowled by Nitish here. Nicely done. The new batter had no clue. Almost got the outside edge here. Nitish, 55 for 8. This time again, the batter walking across the stumps. And it's just a single on the leg side towards square leg. This is very good bowling here by Nitish Kumar. The new batter is Sanchit Sandhu, who's off the mark now. And now it's going to be Gayan Fernando who's going to face Nitish Kumar, who's got 2 balls left in his spell. 3.4 overs, 3 for 13. What a spell this has been from Nitish so far. Oh, again beating the batter outside the off stump. Almost got the outside edge. Final ball of Nitish's spell coming up over here. 56 for 8, 11.5 lashings. Beautifully bowled. What a spell this is from Nitish Kumar. He finishes with 3 for 13 in his 4 overs. SoCal Lashings are 56 for 8 after 12. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
It's going to be Hamza Khalid who's coming into the attack. He's a very good bowler as well. He's got good pace. Bowls wicket to wicket, and it's a very good time to come into bowl for sure. 56 for 8 SoCal Lashings. For his confidence, he would like to get a wicket or two over here and wrap the innings up from Lone Star's point of view. The field for Hamza, he's got a sweeper cover, wideish long off, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. Fielders inside the circle, he's got a short third, backward point, covers and short fine. Hamza coming right arm over from the PL end. It's flicked away towards short fine for a single by the batter. So it's 57 for 8 now. And it's going to be Fernando on strike. From Lone Star's point of view, they would want to ideally wrap this innings up as soon as possible and get their net run rate really a big boost after this win. But from Lashings' point of view, they would want to bat the 20 overs if they can. Hamza to Fernando. This one is played in the vacant mid-wicket area. The deep mid-wicket fielder giving the chase. Just a single. A good throw back to the keeper. Nicely done that. Oh, well bowled. What a ball, Hamza. That's exactly what we saw over here. He bowled a good length and the ball came in. And bear in mind, this is not a new ball, but still for Hamza to get the ball to move, that just shows his skill set over here. He would want to keep doing that and ideally try to get a wicket. We'll see what happens. Hamza to Fernando. Again, that's well bowled, but this is nicely played towards backward point. It's a dot ball straight to Josh. Final ball of the over coming up from Hamza here. 59 for 8 after 12.5. Good support for the Lone Star team here, the local crowd. In comes Hamza outside the off stump. This is nicely played. A good effort by Josh there at backward point. The sweeper cover fielder coming in and keeping it to just a single. A good throw, good collection by the keeper Arya. That's the end of the 13th. It's 60 for 8 Lashings. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
Well, as we had predicted, Durwell Green is coming into the attack from the Macy Ranch end, which is where he had success in the first spell. 2 overs, 2 for 7 with a maiden over. And he's coming in now. He would want to wrap the innings up, Tarun.
Yeah, he's of course going to show off his pace one more time and get the wickets for his team and wrap this up as quick as possible.
Alright, so Durwell Green coming in from the Macy Ranch end. And we'll see what happens here. It's Fernando on strike. Well bowled by Green. First ball right on the stumps, right on the money. Good pace. Straight to covers. The field for Green. He's got a mid-off. He's got long on. Mid-wicket. He's got a Backward square leg, deep mid wicket, and he's got a fielder at sweeper cover and a fielder at third man. So he's got a fielder at point. One in the covers, which means he's got 5 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Just 4 out. Green coming into Fernando. Well bowled again. Played off the back foot to covers. 2 dot balls here from Green. He's bowling with good pace the way he was in the first spell, Tarun.
Yeah, he's showing off his pace. I think he's just trying to, check how the ball is now and go for the kill.
Alright, so Green coming in, third ball of the over. It's Fernando on strike. Well bowled, that's beautifully bowled, and in the end Fernando got some bat onto it. It's played towards square leg for just a single, but again good pace bowling by Durwell Green, and it's never easy, Tarun, in this hot sun to come back for a second spell and keep the pace up.
Yeah, Durwell Green, he's a strong guy, It is so hot outside, but he's still pushing through, still consistently bowling that quick to every single batsman he bowled to.
Just shows the fitness level from Green, and the fitness levels from Green, I mean, for a fast bowler, this is inspirational. Very nicely done. Oh, this is going towards the fine leg boundary, and with Green's pace, it's raced away for 4 leg byes in the end. A handy boundary for SoCal Lashings here, Tarun.
Yeah, they were looking for that boundary, try to get as close to the total as possible for the run rate.
Well, Durwell Green, he's in the middle of a good spell here. 65 for 8 SoCal Lashings after 13.4. Green has bowled 2.4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 8. 4 leg byes of the previous ball. As Green is getting ready to bowl, but the umpire just stopping him in the run-up. We're just checking what's happening over here. Probably adjusting the field. He's got 5 fielders. In fact, he's got 4 fielders in the circle now. Short fine has gone back to deep fine. This is beautifully bowled, beaten outside the off-stump Sandhu. Final ball of the 14th coming up. It is 65 for 8. Durwell Green. He would want to get a wicket over here. Kamran Sheikh at mid-off. The substitute Rith Hinge, he's fielding at long on. He's a brilliant fielder as well. We saw him save some important runs yesterday for Lone Star Athletics in the field. As Green comes into bowl, has flicked away this one towards the deep square leg boundary, and this is running away to the fence, and that's a 4. That's well played by the batter. There was no fielder at deep square leg. There was a fielder at deep mid wicket, but by the time he could get to the ball with Green space, that's raced away for 4 runs. So this is a good shot, this, and after 14, Lashings are 69 for 8. We'll be back in a few seconds. Hamza Khalid to continue from the Pearland end. Hamza, he bowled 1 over. He's given away just 4 runs. And SoCal Lashings 69 for 8. As we discussed, they would ideally want to bat out the 20 overs. We'll see what happens. Hamza coming in now. He's bowling to Fernando. This time Fernando has picked it up. This is going towards long off. It should be an easy catch. And it's a wicket here for Hamza. That was well bowled. He kept it back of length. Did not give it in the arc for Fernando. He tried to go for the big shot. Could not connect it. Well done by Hamza. And a good catch by the fielder at long off. So the 9th wicket goes down here for SoCal Lashings. And they are 69 for 9 now, Tarun. It's just a matter of time now.
Yeah, and that wicket will give Hamza confidence. You know, it's his first over in minor league for Lone Star Athletics, and getting a wicket, just excellent.
Alright, so the number 11 batter walking in, it's Akash Veer Singh. He did brilliantly with the ball for his team. In fact, the spinners from both the teams, they have been top class. Akash Veer Singh, 4 overs, 3 for 18 with the ball for his team. And then obviously for Lone Star Athletics, both the spinners, Nitish Kumar and Josh, they have been exceptional. 8 overs, 6 for 28 between the two of them. Top stuff. Alright then, the batters cross, so it's going to be Fernando on strike. I beg your pardon, it's going to be Sandhu on strike. Fernando actually got out of the last ball and the catch was taken at long off by Rith Hinge, a very good fielder as we were talking about him. He's the substitute in place of Hamza Bangash. But Rith, he's been brilliant in the field. He was very good yesterday, saving a few runs, and now as well he took a very good catch, made it look easy at long off. Hamza coming in now. He's bowling to Sandhu. He's flicked it away towards deep mid wicket. It's going to be just a single, which means it's going to be the new batter Akash Veer Singh on strike. 70 for 9, and this is a very big win and sort of a statement from Lone Star Athletics. And it's something that is very pleasing for their fans, I'm sure, Tarun, as we'll get the thoughts on the next ball. Hamza coming in to Akash Veer. Outside the off stump, it's taken the outside edge. It's going towards the third man boundary. There is no third man in place. There was a short third. So that's 4 runs. A handy boundary here for SoCal Lashings. Akash Veer is off the mark. But Tarun, this is a very big win, and I'm sure the fans would be very happy for Lone Star.
Yeah, and you know, it's sort of a statement that we're here. It's our tournament now, because there's so many games left, and losing 3 games in the beginning should not really hurt them if they're winning again and again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season and every game is important as Hamza comes in. Well bowled, that came in, defended by the batter, and it is 74 for 9, final ball of the 15th over coming up. 1 wicket to go. We'll have to see how it goes, what happens. SoCal Lashings 74 for 9. In comes Hamza. This is well bowled and beaten outside the off stump. After 15 overs, SoCal Lashings are 74 for 9. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
So Durwell Green to continue from the Macy Ranch end. He's going to bowl his 4th over here. He's bowled 3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 12, and he would want to wrap this inning up. He's He set the tone for Lone Star Athletics with the ball by getting the first wicket, and he would like to finish the inning here by getting the last one. We'll see what happens. It's going to be Sandhu on strike. In comes Green. This is flicked away nicely by Sandhu. It's going towards a fine leg, and it's just one run here. Alright, so it's going to be Akashveer Singh on strike, the number 11 batter for SoCal Lashings. He's batting on 4 of 3 balls with 1 boundary. The field for Green, he's got long on. He's got mid-off in the circle, so there's no long off. And he's got a fine leg and third man outside the circle. He's got a fielder in the deep on the offside, and he's got one fielder in the deep on the leg side. Green coming into bowl to Akashveer now. He's coming right arm over from the Macy Ranch end. That's appeal for leg before, but not out, says the umpire. Maybe it was going down with the angle. Your thoughts on that, Tarun?
Yeah, again, a good decision by the umpire. It was going down, like it was never out.
75 for 9 here, SoCal Lashings. Double Green in the middle of a very good spell. In fact, right from ball 1 today, he's been in good rhythm. He's bowled with hostile pace, and he's bowled in good areas. He's kept the ball up to the batters, not given any loose balls as such. And it's good to see him delivering and stepping up for his team. In comes Green. This is again well bowled. On the stumps, defended by Akashveer. He's going for the quick single. And it's 1 run in the end towards mid-on, as the mid-off fielder stops the ball on the leg side. So it's Sandhu back on strike now. And Sandhu is batting on 9 of 10 balls with 1 boundary. 76 for 9. Green is into his final over here. 3.3 overs, 2 for 14. In comes Green to Sandhu. Oh, that's a very good ball. That ball kicked a bit. Sandhu was trying to play the pull shot, but it was too quick, and in the end, he was able to get some bat onto it. A good ball, that one by Green, Tarun.
Yeah, right on his body, showing Sandhu how quick he is. From the first ball till now, he's consistently bowling the same pace for his team. That shows the fitness level of Green.
That's right. It's good bowling, good fitness, and good to see from the fast bowler here. Green coming in. He's bowling. Green coming in. He's bowling right arm over. This time, he tried to play the pull shot, but could not connect it. It's just a single towards square leg. And so it will be Akashveer back on strike now. We'll have to see what happens here. Alright, so it's going to be Green, who is coming in to bowl to Akashveer. He's bowling right arm over. He's getting covers in catching position, a short cover in fact. He's got a short mid-wicket now. He's really going for the kill here. 2 fielders in catching positions. Short cover, short mid-wicket on the leg side. In comes Green to Akashveer. That's beautifully bowled, but Akashveer was able to get his bat down in time, and well, it's a dot ball to finish the over. A top-class spell from Double Green. After 16, Lashings are 77 for 9. Green finishes 4 overs, 2 for 15. We'll be back in a few seconds.
One, two, three.
Alright, so Hamza Khalid to continue from the PL end. He's bowled 2 overs. He's picked up 1 wicket in the previous over, given away just 9 runs. Sandhu on strike. Sandhu steps down. Hamza keeps it short, back of length. It's just a single towards deep mid wicket. It's going to be Akashveer Singh on strike now. And it's more or less going to be the same field for Akashveer. Backward point, short third, covers, short fine. Those are the 4 fielders inside the circle. Hamza coming in now to Akashveer. This is flicked away nicely towards short fine for a single. So far both the batters, they are going well. Alright, so Hamza to continue here, and it is Sandhu on strike. Third ball of the over coming up. This one again, Sandhu tried to go for the big shot, just a single towards deep mid wicket. So it's 80 for 9 now, SoCal Lashings, 16.3. From Lone Star's point of view, they would like to get this final wicket, and Lashings would want to bat out the 20 overs. We'll have to see what happens, as Hamza Khalid is coming in now for the 4th ball of the inning, for the 4th ball of the over, and it is Akashveer Singh on strike. This one is played away towards short third. A brilliant stop there by Janisar Khan at short third, diving and stopping that ball from going towards the boundary. And this is again very good to see from the experienced campaigner, the veteran, diving and showing the youngsters how it needs to be done, Tarun.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, awareness from Janisar Khan was so good. He's standing at third man, but he's still looking around. And
Hamza coming in now to Sandhu. This time Sandhu picks it up. It's going in the vacant area between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. That's a good shot by Sandhu, and it's a good boundary here for SoCal Lashings. As we are talking, every run is important. It's a long season. The net run rate might come in the picture. So it's 85 for 9 now, SoCal Lashings. Final ball of the 17th coming up, and that was a good shot. So we'll have to see what happens now. Hamza Khalid, he's coming in to bowl the final ball, and it's Sandhu on strike. In comes Hamza. That's well bowled. It's flicked away towards short fine. A quick single. In the end, a good backup over there by the fielder at covers. It was Siddesh, preventing the extra run of the overthrow. So that's the end of the 17th. Lashings are 86 for 9. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah! Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so we have a change in bowling here. Kamran Sheikh is coming into the attack from the Macy Ranch end. So they're trying to get this final wicket. 17 overs, 86 for 9. And the field for Kamran, he's got a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and sweeper cover. Fielders inside the circle, he's got mid wicket, backward He's got a short third, he's got a point and covers. Those are the 4 fielders inside the circle. In fact, Kamran is ensuring the deep square leg is in the right place, adjusting the fielder over there. First ball for Kamran coming up, right arm over. Well bowled, slower and giving no pace. Interesting, Kamran keeps the ball. He hides the ball when he's bowling. That's a very good ploy. Almost reminds me somewhat of Sunil Narayan over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Not showing the grip of the ball and keeps the batsman waiting until the end.
That's right. And I mean, you know, there are so many tactical ploys we see in T20 cricket. This is just one of them. Looks like there's a change in field now. Kamran coming in again. It's a dot ball. So Kamran has got a short fine now. He's got mid-wicket, he's got short third and he's got covers. There is no fielder at point, but he does have a sweeper cover outside the circle. 2 dot balls to start. This is flighted. This can be a catch to long off. And that's the end of the match. A good catch there by Derwell Green to finish the match. And it's a resounding victory for Lone Star Athletics. They win this game by 70 runs. And that's the end. And Lone Star Athletics get the first win of the season in their 4th game. SoCal Lashings are all out for 86 runs. And from their perspective, Dale Phillips, he scored 21 with the bat. In the end, Sanchit Sandhu, he scored 17. And nothing else to talk about with respect to the batting. From the bowling perspective for Lone Star Athletics, Derwell Green set the tone. 4 overs, 2 for 15 with 1 maiden up front. And then the spinners, both the spinners, Josh and Nitish, 8 overs, 6 for 28 between the two of them. That was top class stuff. Hamza Khalid got 1 wicket. Good captaincy by Siddesh. And finally, there are points on the board when it comes to the winning number for Lone Star Athletics. They get their first win on their home ground in this season. And that should be it from our end. Thank you, Tarun. Your thoughts on this win?
Yeah, it was a great win. You know, much needed win by Lone Star Athletics, and they got it in style by a big margin against.
All right, so thank you very much. Lone Star Athletics, they win this game by 70 runs, and we will have the afternoon game coming up in the next few minutes. Thank you. And it's pulled away towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. There is no... This time Phillips has played it over the head of mid-off. It's gone towards the long-off boundary. It's a glorious shot by Dale Phillips. Over from the Messi Ranch end. This is full and this is beautifully played. What a shot that by Phillips. That's his answer to Green. He bowled the ball full. Phillips was ready for it. There was a fielder at mid-off, but Harpreet Singh now facing Green. This time he's bowled him. What a ball by Green. Beaten for pace, Harpreet Singh. That ball was full and Green ensured that he went through the defense, went through the bat of Harpreet. This is shot, the arm ball. It's beautifully played. That's bisecting both the fielders between mid-off and covers. That's a glorious shot of the back foot by Phillips. And he's doing it for his team in the power play. This is again full. This is beautifully played by Phillips. 1 bounce into the fence. Josh backing Nitish. This is again beautifully bowled, and that's a wicket over here. That ball came in from the PL end. Zoeb on strike. That's the arm ball. Appeal for leg before, and that's out. That's a wicket here. Josh gets this one with the arm ball. The ball was full. Look at the field. Phillips moves outside the off stump, and this time he tried to go over the deep square leg boundary, but this is straight to deep square leg. It's a catch, and again it's a very good setup there by Nitish Kumar. He kept the ball outside the off stump. Phillips tried to move. Alright, so Josh to continue from the PL end. Iskander Rohit Sharma appeal for leg before. That's out as well. That was the arm ball, and that's a good decision by the umpire again. The left arm around. Left arm around. He's into his 4th over from the PL end. This is beautifully bowled appeal, and that's out. That's a wicket here. It's caught behind. The keeper takes the catch. Arya, and Josh gets
yet
51 for 7 SoCal Lashings. Nitish from the Messi ranch end. This is flighted and Abhimanyu has picked it up beautifully. This is one bounce into the fence away from the fielder at long on. That's a good shot.
Just excellent.
Nitish to Abhimanyu again. This time Abhimanyu steps down and Nitish has bowled it outside the off stump. And nicely done by Arya. He collected the ball cleanly and... Oh, this is going towards the fine leg boundary. And with green space, it's raced away for... Green comes into bowl. Has flicked away this one towards the deep square leg boundary, and this is running away to the fence, and that's a 4. That's well played by the batter. There was no fielder at deep square leg. There was a coming in now. He's bowling to Fernando. This time Fernando has picked it up. This is going towards long off. It should be an easy catch, and it's a wicket here for Hamza. That was well bowled. He kept it back of length, did not give it in the arc for Fernando. He tried to go for the big shot, could not connect it. Get the thoughts on the next ball. Hamza coming into Akashveer. Outside the off stump, it's taken the outside edge. It's going towards the third man boundary. There is no third man in place. There was a short third. So that's 4 runs. A handy boundary here. Hamza coming in now to Sandhu. This time Sandhu picks it up. It's going in the vacant area between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. That's a good shot by Sandhu. And it's a good boundary here for SoCal. This is flighted. This can be a catch to long off. And that's the end of the match. A good catch there by Derval Green to finish the match. And it's a resounding victory for Lone Star Athletics. They win this game by 70 runs. And that's the end. And Lone Star Athletics get the first win